contemplating, isolating, and it's stressing me out. Different visions, contradictions, why won't you let me out? I need a way to separate, but I promise you that I'll make sure you never forget me. Now that you want it, now that you need it, I'm too far gone. You're trying to play me, but I'm not breaking. I'm telling you I'm bulletproof. Believe me, I'm bulletproof. You made me so bulletproof, and now I'm too far gone. You're addicted and so twisted that it's freaking me out. Distant eyes, it's no surprise you can't do anything now. I need a way to separate, but I'm telling you that nothing will ever be the same. Now that you want it, now that you need it, I'm too far gone. You're trying to play me, but I'm not breaking. I'm telling you I'm bulletproof. Believe me, I'm bulletproof. You made me so bulletproof, and now I'm too far gone. Now that you want it, now that you need it, I'm too far gone. Trying to play me, but I'm not breaking. I'm telling you I'm bulletproof. Believe me, I'm bulletproof. You made me so bulletproof, and now I'm too far. I'm telling you I'm bulletproof. Believe me, I'm bulletproof. You made me so bulletproof, and now I'm too far gone.
1069 Rocks.
I'll just say rain, just one time before it will come
PMB Broadcasting is expanding our radio marketing department. The account media consultant that we hire will be using our entire group of radio stations, social media, and digital media to create successful marketing campaigns for our community's outstanding local businesses. Benefits plans include medical, dental, vision, vacation time, and holidays. If interested in joining our team, send your cover letter and resume to jobs@pmbradio.com. That's jobs@pmbradio.com. PMB Broadcasting is an equal opportunity employer.
The River Dragons are on the air. The Columbus River Dragons are on the air, live on the Columbus River Dragons Radio Network. Tonight's game is brought to you by Fort Benning Harley-Davidson, Zelmo Zip-In, Country Inn and Suites, Kinetic Credit Union, Heckler & Koch, Pepsi Cola, and PMB Broadcasting. Now let's head to the Harvey Lumber broadcast booth for the start of the Fort Benning Harley-Davidson pregame show. And join the voice of the River Dragons, Zach DeBozart.
Thank you very much, Brian Thomas. Welcome in to the McMorran Arena in Port Huron, Michigan, everybody, where the River Dragons and Prowlers get set for game number 2 of this 3-game weekend set. I'm Zach DeBozart. Scott Brand will join us momentarily during the Fort Benning Harley-Davidson pregame show. We've got a lot to get to. Recapping last night's game, a very notable lineup change for the River Dragons. I'm sure will draw plenty of discussion between myself and Scott and tell you all about what's going on in the rest of the league as well. Howdy to everybody watching in on Bounce 9.2. Game on there tonight, and of course the YouTube channel and our 4-station radio network as well. Tons of coverage. Should be a lot of fun. Let's get ready for some hockey. But before we do any of that, we're going to take a break, and when we come back, we go inside the lair. Today our guest, number 20, Marquise Grant-Mentis. Marquise Grant-Mentis on Inside the Lair, coming up next on the Columbus River Dragons Broadcast Network.
In 1999, Watley Convenience Stores opened its first Zelmo Zip-In. Our first store was in Leesburg, Georgia, and followed quickly by our second store in the Columbus, Phoenix City area in 2000. Since then, the brand has grown to include 11 stores in the Chattahoochee Valley and Southwest Georgia. Zelmo's is an anchor in the communities it operates in. Our managers, employees, and vendors are all an integral part of the neighborhoods and communities we serve. We are proud to call these areas home and plan to continue growing with and serving the communities of West Georgia and East Alabama. Zelmo's, fueling life's passions.
Oral and maxillofacial surgeons Mark Sawicki, Lee Allen practice a traditional scope of oral and maxillofacial surgery with over 60 years of combined expertise, ranging from oral pathology to wisdom tooth removal. They perform a full range of dental implant and bone grafting procedures, as well as non-invasive surgical facial cosmetic procedures. That level of expertise is why the River Dragons trust them. Call them in Columbus at 596-1757 or in LaGrange at 884-2655.
It's River Dragon season, and it's time to get out to a game. Visit Ticketmaster or the Civic Center box office to purchase tickets to the next game or any game left this season. Visit rdragons.com to check the schedule and stay up to date with everything River Dragons hockey. The defending Ignite Cup champions are looking to keep their winning ways, and you can be part of the best atmosphere in the FBHL to help make it happen. Purchase tickets online on Ticketmaster or skip the fees and visit the Columbus Civic Center box office during normal business hours. Get up and get loud, Columbus. The River Dragons are ready to roar.
Welcome back to the Fort Benning Harley-Davidson pregame show. It's now time for Inside the Lair. Today our guest, one of the newest forwards onto the team, number 20, Marquise Grant-Mentis. Marquise, thanks for taking the time.
Thank you. Welcome.
So we got to go back to last week. This time last week, you're a couple of games into the team, looking for your first pro goal, and then you have an unbelievable game against Delaware. 2 goals, 2 assists, named first star in that one. Before we get into what's been going on in Port Huron, take us back to that, what it was like getting that first goal and being such a part of a big win in Delaware.
Yeah, it felt good to get in there and just be with the boys again, and it took a while, but it came and felt good.
What do you remember about the goal? Remember, take us through a little play-by-play in your head, what was happening?
I just remember it was the first shift of the game, and I was going down, looking to pass, and then I put it on net, and it actually trickled in. Yeah.
Hey, doesn't matter. They all go in. It was a first one. I'm sure it'll be a good memory for you. Coming off of that weekend, obviously, we were feeling good with the sweep of Delaware. We were on a bit of a winning streak, but last night got a little humbled, a 6-3 loss. What was going on down there at ice level? It was competitive, and I think the scoreline maybe not as indicative of what the game was, right?
Yeah, I feel like the game was really close. You know, we had a long bus ride to Port Huron, and I just feel like we got to keep our intensity up, and we'll be good for this next game.
What do you think was one of the turning points, maybe? Was it a goal? Was it something that happened? I mean, at 3-3, you thought, all right, brand new game, but then we didn't score again for basically the second half of the game.
Yeah, I just feel like the boys are tired. Like, our legs are, we had a long bus ride, and we just got to get back and stay focused.
Speaking with Marquise Grant Mentis on Inside the Lair. Inside the Lair, as always, is brought to you by the Dragon's Den Pro Shop in the Columbus Ice Rink, open on Wednesdays every single week for all your ice skating and hockey needs. If I can divert here for a little bit, Marquise, hockey runs in the family for you. We had a couple of interns, I know, on our production side. The name Grant Mentis isn't exactly the most common, and there's a certain player in the PHF, Michaela Grant Mentis, correct? A sister of yours, twin sister, you told me?
Yes, sir.
So she's been tearing it up, I guess. Hockey runs in the family. Talk about your family and your sister a little bit.
Yeah, me and my sister grew up playing hockey since we were about 3 years old. My dad brought us to the rink just skating, and we just naturally got the game.
I have to imagine, being from Toronto, that's just going to happen no matter what. Yeah. That's a hockey town. That's hockey first no matter what. Huh?
Yeah, yes, sir.
What's it like for her, and I imagine the whole family? She's playing for the Toronto Six in the PHF, right?
She is.
So, pretty big.
It's big, her first professional year, and she's doing good. She's doing really good.
It's really exciting to see. I know we'll be keeping tabs on her, as we've been keeping tabs on you, obviously. I'm kind of curious, is there a race in the family, see who gets the more points in their first pro season? Any friendly rivalry?
There definitely is a little rivalry, but she knows that, like, it's all love. Yeah.
Of course, it always is. Well, as we turn our attention to tonight's game, this game 2 of 3 in the Port Huron series, chance for us to get back on our footing and try and even up this weekend set. What's it going to take? What have the coaches been saying to you guys in the room about what to fix ahead of tonight's game, maybe?
Not really to fix anything, just to keep our mind straight on the game and keep things going.
Any personal goals for you or any X factors you think the team does this right and we're going to succeed well?
No, I just want to stay focused and keep playing my game.
All right, last one here for you. We already talked about your family, talked about your sister, but anybody you want to shout out, fans or loved ones back home before we get you on the ice?
Yeah, I want to shout out my whole family. I want to shout out my Uncle Bobby. It's his birthday today. Rest in peace. And I just want to shout out all my family and friends.
Thanks for your time, Marquise. Good luck out there.
Thank you, bud.
Marquise Grant Mentis on Inside the Lair. Stick around. More Fort Benning Harley-Davidson pregame show after this on the Columbus River Dragons Radio Network.
Progress. It's the belief that your life should be easier, that life should be fun, and that the best is yet to come. With us, you have a provider who pours everything into bringing progress home. And it's not just some big name in a faraway glass tower. That provider is here. That provider is Beam. With local service and faster internet, the only place you're going is forward. And we're taking you there. Progress. Your Beam. Your way.
At Texas Roadhouse, we're famous for our hand-cut steaks, fall-off-the-bone ribs, made-from-scratch sides, ice-cold beer, and our irresistible fresh-baked bread. We take great care in everything we prepare, serve with big smiles at a great value. Visit us at 2970 North Lake Parkway in Columbus or call ahead seating at 706-323-6616. Curbside takeout available too. We're proud to be your hometown favorite and are always focused on providing legendary food and legendary service. Texas Roadhouse.
Looking to update that hockey game day wardrobe? The best place to do that is to visit the online home for all River Dragons licensed apparel, ourdragonsmerch.com. With new designs coming out all the time and special promotional and sale offers always live, there's always a reason to check back to the site and score some new gear. Plus, lots of fun souvenirs and other knickknacks that make great gifts for all sorts of occasions. So get there to ourdragonsmerch.com, the official store for all team licensed apparel. That's ourdragonsmerch.com.
We are back here at McMorran Ice Arena in Port Huron, Michigan. Columbus River Dragons and Port Huron Prowlers finishing up their warm-ups as we are here live on the Fort Benning Harley-Davidson pregame show high atop here in the Harvey Lumber broadcast booth. I'm Zach DeBozart. He's Scott Brand. Scott, last night's game didn't exactly go the River Dragons' way. 3-3 at one point, obviously, in the second period, but then Port Huron, I don't want to say commanded the rest of the game, but obviously finished off the scoring. It was 6-3, a Prowlers win at the end of the night. Now that you've had a night or so to sleep on it, what was your takeaways from it?
We lost. Listen, we got taken out by the woodshed, and they beat us. We came back, we tied it. It was great to see the boys come back. I thought we played generally well. We hustled well. A couple bad breaks go against us, and we lost the game. And so you've got to take the positives out of what happened last night, and it was great. I was able to hear Jerome Bouchard talk to the troops before the game, and go out and refocus. And I think we're going to change a breakout or two, and maybe some offensive zone coverage, and let's get her done tonight.
What did you think about just the overall, up and down the lineup? It seems like the River Dragons are a very deep team, and Petrantonio, he had 2 goals, Krupp got a goal, but it felt like just for whatever reason we were missing a third line that was able to produce some offensive pressure. And when you looked at the score line, and especially who scored for the Prowlers, their depth actually shone through. Adam Morgan, he had a hat trick in that one. Gino Mini as well played very well. Just overall, you look at it and you say, okay, the River Dragons, they got goals from the usual suspects, but the Prowlers, on the other hand, they were getting goals up and down the lineup. Dalton Jay's always going to score, but Adam Morgan getting a hat trick, that seemed to really spur Port Huron on.
No, I think you're prepared for the guys that normally score, and then all of a sudden you've got Adam Morgan, who comes out of Delaware and shows up, and all of a sudden he wants to be the star of the game, and he was. And so I think that caught us a little bit off guard. Give Port Huron credit. They loaded up. They've added 8 different guys since the last time we played them and beat them 10-0. So, and I thought the goaltending last night for Port Huron was right on.
As we are done with warm-ups here at the McMorran Ice Arena, let's go ahead and take a break. When we come back, we will be on camera on WTVM Bounce 9.2. We'll talk about the games around the rest of the league, and we'll get you continued for some more coverage here on this one.
We got to get pretty.
Yeah, I guess we do. Not too much time to do that.
No.
Columbus and Port Huron on the Fort Benning Harley-Davidson pregame show. Back on camera in just a moment here on the Columbus River Dragons Broadcast Network.
At the Country Inn and Suites by Radisson, you'll enjoy comfortable accommodations close to Columbus State University, Fort Benning, and of course, the River Dragons games. Conveniently located at 1720 Fountain Court in Columbus, you'll be minutes away from all your favorite Columbus destinations. Free high-speed Wi-Fi and hot breakfast always available too. So whether you're staying for business or for pleasure, make your next stay in Columbus a comfortable one at the official hotel partner of the River Dragons, Country Inn and Suites by Radisson.
We know that juicy, cheesy, grilled to perfection burger sounds amazing, but it does sound like something is missing. Pepsi, baby! The yin to this burger's yang. Burgers and Pepsi go together like burgers and Pepsi. This perfect blending of flavors makes every bite of lettuce, every sesame seed on the bun, and every sip of that crisp, refreshing, ice-cold cola a journey to Foodtopia. Burgers, better with Pepsi. That's what I like.
Is that the sound of an ooey gooey cheesy crunchy slice of P-I-Z-Z-A? Obviously, but as good as that sounds, we think it can get even better. Oh yeah, that's the sound of a freshly opened fizz-filled Pepsi. The only thing that can take this flavor medley of crunchy dough, mouth-watering cheese, and savory sauce to the next level. How about another bite? Pepsi and pizza sound like a match made in heaven and taste even better. Pizza, better with Pepsi. That's what I like.
Sorry about that. Welcome back to the McMorran Arena in Port Huron, Michigan. See, Scott, we had all this thing all planned out, and that's my bad. I forgot to flip a switch the other way. So, hey, we're going to be rolling with this. We're bringing television on the road, and it's going to be a lot of fun here. I'm Zach DeBozart. He's Scott Brand, talking about last night's game, a 6-3 defeat for the Columbus River Dragons. 2 goals from Petrantonio, a goal from Jay Krupp in the game. But we remarked in the previous segment, Scott, depth scoring really seemed to be the reason Port Huron got it done. More guys clicking as that newfound Prowlers lineup starts to really take shape.
Listen, you got to give Port Huron credit. They came out, they've changed their lineup. changed the lines around, picked up this Morgan kid from Delaware, and they are a different hockey team than we saw down in Columbus at the 10-0 loss. The River Dragons better learn to adjust, and don't worry, we have the talent to adjust, so I think tonight will be a heck of a hockey game.
This is game number 2 of a 3-game set between the River Dragons and the Port Huron Prowlers. There will be a third game on Sunday at 6:05 that you will hear on the normal ways to watch the River Dragons game, that is, through the YouTube page and through our 4-station radio network across West Georgia and East Alabama. But we are very thankful you're watching in live on Bounce 9.2 across the Chattahoochee Valley, and a big thanks to those of you at WTVM for making it happen. Scott, also, we got to recap what happened in last night's action, because I think some people might have looked and said, oh, the Prowlers beating the Dragons, even though they're at home, maybe a bit of an upset when you look at the standings. But every game last night was an upset if you looked at the standings, starting with Binghamton, 8-3 winners over the Danbury Hat-Tricks, and at one point, Bingo was up 8-0 in that game.
Well, I think it was good to be home last night. I think all the home teams won. So, yeah, Bingo came out, played a heck of a game, jumped on top, and I don't know if it's a surprise over Danbury, but it certainly was a big win by them.
And then in the other game, I think this one probably was the most surprising of all, Carolina goes to Delaware on a Friday night. Delaware, a 4-0 lead through 40 minutes of play. That does not stop Carolina. Gus Ford picks up a natural hat trick in the third to start clawing them back. At one point, Carolina's in front 5-4, late stages of the third, but the Thunder get a goal with about 30 seconds left, make it 5-5. At some point, Von Clausen got thrown out of the game around that goal too, by the way. And then about a half minute or so into overtime, Alex Basie gets the 3-on-3 overtime goal. Delaware gets the win at home, 6-5, and takes 2 out of the 3 points.
Well, when you think about who's going to win in overtime, Mr. Basie's name doesn't pop up to
Not
your
often,
lips. But,
no.
I don't know if you say great job, Delaware, building that 4-0 lead, or way to go, Carolina, with a comeback, or hey, Delaware, how'd you blow it? But you came back anyway. Great hockey game last night in Delaware. Big upset. Delaware, I think that's only their third victory or their second victory. Second victory. And Carolina is a team right now that's trying to find itself. It lost its goaltenders. They got called up. So they grabbed one of our old goaltenders, Jacob McCaffrey, and he went in net last night for him. I think there's been more changes on that roster in Carolina. Carolina, as we said, trying to find their niche. Where are they at in the league? But the biggest important thing is we've got to worry about our River Dragons, Zach, and we've got to take care of business tonight.
Looking ahead to tonight's games, obviously the River Dragons are here in Port Huron for Game 2 of their 3-game set. And the other 2 games we mentioned, they just flipped locations. So now it'll be Danbury hosting Binghamton, and we'll see if the home crowd at the Danbury Ice Arena will be a more friendly confines after the 8-3 win for the Black Bears. And Carolina and Delaware, that shifts back to Winston-Salem for Saturday and Sunday, though obviously we saw the Weather Channel when we came into the game, Scott. Western North Carolina in a little bit of a worry mode. I'm not sure about that Sunday game right now.
Yeah, I'm not worried about Sunday again. I don't even know if it's going to hit tonight or tomorrow, but you know that one guy shows up in your state, you're in trouble, and he's in North Carolina. And I know northeast or northwest Georgia, I think, is supposed to get with quite a bit of snow too. So first of all, if you're there, and we don't know what the weather's like in Columbus right now, but if it is bad, be safe. Stay at home, watch it on TV. And of course, you're right. Going back to Carolina, that's a tough barn to win in. The fans there are probably some of the most rabid fans. They're very nasty, but they love their Thunderbirds. And we'll see if Carolina can turn around tonight.
We shall see what goes on as the day progresses. We will take a break. When we come back, we should have the starting lineups for you for tonight's game. River Dragons and Port Huron Prowlers. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back in a couple of minutes here on the Columbus River Dragons Broadcast Network.
The benefits of a Kinetic membership extend far beyond convenient banking solutions, competitive rates, and financial advice. Kinetic Credit Union focuses on the unique needs of our members while supporting and improving their lives. At Kinetic Credit Union, they recognize that your financial goals are unique. That's why we're offering the Smart Steps Financial Education Program, a personalized learning experience to help you plan around your individual financial situation and aspirations. Kinetic Credit Union.
Before you know it, the weather will get warmer and baseball will be right around the corner. So book your summer weekends early by purchasing a Flight Club membership with the Columbus Chattahoots. Flight Club members receive tickets to every home game at Golden Park as the Hoots try and go back to the championship series in 2022. Plus, more awesome perks for all of our members. Visit GoHoots.com to get started on securing your membership for the 2022 Sun Belt Baseball League season. Or call the offices at 706-507-4625.
Many medicines used to treat colds and flu contain acetaminophen, a pain reliever and fever reducer found in hundreds of over-the-counter and prescription medicines. But taking too much or more than one medication containing acetaminophen per day can damage your liver. So always read the label and don't take acetaminophen if you drink 3 or more alcoholic drinks every day. To learn more, visit fda.gov/OTC pain info. A message from the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services Food and Drug Administration.
We are back here at McMorran Arena in Port Huron, Michigan, just a couple of minutes away from puck drop here on the Columbus River Dragons Broadcast Network. I'm Zach DeBozart. He's Scott Brand. Scott, we do not have the starting lineups just up here yet. We usually get them sent over digitally, and we can see the scorers across the way passing them around amongst themselves. So we'll see them once they're all official and notarized and everything they got to do over there. But we do know of one significant lineup change for the River Dragons. Edgar Zozelinch was suspended 1 game for his actions in last night's contest. Levi Armstrong will draw back into the lineup. And talking with Jerome Bichard, kind of got the idea Jake Huss, who's a very versatile player, likely takes Ozelinch's spot defensively, so Levi Armstrong can play his more natural forward position. Before we even get into the lineup, obviously the thoughts on the whole Ozelinch thing.
Well, I think the league, I disagree completely with what the league did and think they completely messed the whole situation up. Having said that, there's nothing we're going to do about it. We got to move forward and play with the cards we're dealt with. Losing Ozelinch is a big deal for us, but Levi Armstrong, very, very talented forward, and then with a change back to defense, we're going to be okay. I'm not worried about it at all.
So it will be a slightly different look for the River Dragons based on that. We're also expecting to see Jared Rutledge in the net tonight, an 8-2-1 record, 3.33 goals against, .891 save percentage. The record for Rutledge, very good. The goals against and save percentage numbers, Rutledge has told us he doesn't like them being up that high. He's working very hard to try and get them lower. And little by little, we've seen him chip away. But obviously, when you're picking up wins, you're doing the team a good service.
Absolutely. I mean, goalies are different people, folks. If you don't know, they're kind of like they're kind of like, I guess in baseball they'd be a pitcher. They're kind of got these quirks about them, and so of course he's not going to like those numbers up. Bottom line, he wins for us.
It's true, he does. And then the rest of the lineup, we're expecting to see Stephen Fowler in for the Port Huron Prowlers tonight. And we were told expect to see Nick Williams scratched. If all the scratches remain the same and that's the only lineup change, that's a little bit of skill in for more of the tough guy role that Nick Williams plays. Of course, he and Justin Schmidt had a pretty good scrap last night.
We did. We had a fight when we were down 2-0, and of course Schmidt has been carrying the load for us in terms of the aggressiveness. And what's interesting is going to be the play also defenseman White, who played in the NHL, and his game continues to get better and better.
Before we go any further, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification on the Columbus River Dragons radio network. We're going to take one more break. When we come back, we are ready to go. The Columbus River Dragons, the Port Huron Prowlers, here on the Columbus River Dragons Broadcast Network.
Who wants a copy when you can own the real thing? At Heckler & Koch, the foundation for everything we do is an unswerving commitment to excellence. Shooters of Columbus at 4445 Milton Road is your local area premium stocking dealer for all your favorite Heckler & Koch products. They also have an indoor range with rentals available, from rifles and pistols to ammo and holsters. There's no better choice in the firearm business than Heckler & Koch.
Gulf Eagle Supply specializes in servicing the professional roofing contractor and also provides a variety of products and services to the homeowner, building owner, architect, and general contractor. Our goal to the contractor is not only to provide competitive material pricing, but also to help them build their business and assist in their success. We do this with knowledgeable sales personnel and through our core values. As we say, Gulf Eagle, we got a solution for that. Call us today at 706-550-1555. Gulf Eagle Supply. Vectorply is a world leader in development, manufacturing, and distribution of composite reinforcement materials for any and all projects you might have. Headquartered right here in Phoenix City, Vectorply prides itself on providing superior and timely customer service for all their customers' inquiries. No project is too big or too small for Vectorply. For more information on what they can do for you and your project, visit Vectorply.com. That's VECTORPLY.com. And get started on your next big project today.
We are back here live at the McMorran Arena, the Columbus River Dragons taking on the Port Huron Prowlers. I'm Zach DeBozart. He's Scott Brand. Starting lineups are being announced. We never got them up here, but we'll tell you about them once we get closer to the game. We're wrapping up the pregame show here right now. Scott, some final thoughts. What do you think Jerome Bichard said to the guys after warm-ups to get them going here for the first?
Listen, you touched on last night. We got a loss. Move on. You got to go out tonight. Tonight, finish checks. That's going to be the first thing we have to do. We've got to drive the net. We got to get it pucks to the net. We have to play the Columbus River Dragons style of game. Take it to Port Huron.
River Dragons and Prowlers just moments away from puck drop. When we come back from this break, we are live on WTVM Bounce 9.2 and across the River Dragons Broadcast Network with the Sun South John Deere first period. Don't go anywhere. Back in 2 to 3 minutes after this on the Columbus River Dragons Broadcast Network.
You've been listening to the Fort Benning Harley-Davidson pregame show on 106.9 Really Rocks. The call of the game is just moments away after we pause for a short break on the River Dragons Broadcast Network.
Let Shredaway, a division of the Overby Company, take care of all your document shredding needs. We can design a custom shredding program for your business today. No need to purchase equipment, no maintenance expenses, no need to prepare records for destruction, increase employee productivity, increase security, no worry. Was it really destroyed? Right now, all new customers can receive 10% off. Shredaway, a division of the Overby Company, locally owned and operated in downtown Columbus. That's Shredaway, 706-577-9668.
At Southern States Bank, the Common Sense Bank, we're a true community bank that supports the places we serve. Our people live, work, and play in your community. And you will find us cheering for the River Dragons right alongside you in the stands. With convenient locations throughout Alabama and Georgia, we're never too far away to handle any of your financial concerns. Call, click, or come by and see how we can help you make sense out of your banking. Visit us online at southernstatesbank.net. Southern States Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender. NMLS number 410611.
Dressing for success is as easy as 1, 2, 3 with Wade Cleaners. Drop off your garment at any one of their 5 convenient branches or call their valet manager to pick them up. Go do something fun. Walk your dog, eat a hot fudge sundae, or go to a movie. Leave the dirty laundry to them. Pick up your professionally cleaned garments or have them delivered at no additional charge to your home or office. Yes, you too can dress for success with Wade Cleaners. Oh, and don't forget the little people as you move up in the world.
If you're looking for quality dental work, look no further than Largeman Dental in Columbus, the River Dragons' trusted oral care provider. Largeman Dental provides cleaning services, restorative work, cosmetics, prosthetics, and Invisalign braces too. Dr. Largeman has over 19 years of clinical experiences in all phases of dentistry and holds memberships in 4 different esteemed dental societies. Set your next appointment by calling 706-322-6581 or visit them online at largemandental.com.
It's time for River Dragons hockey. Tonight's game is brought to you by Sun South John Deere, Houston Clinic, Burger King, West Georgia Oral and Facial Surgery, Country Inn and Suites, Buffalo Rock, Pepsi Cola, John Emerald Distilling, Wade Cleaners, and PMB Broadcasting. Now let's start the game with the voice of River Dragons hockey, Zach DeBozart.
Thank you very much, Brian Thomas. We are back just in time, ready for puck drop here at the McMorran Arena. Matt Graham wins the draw away from Dalton Anderson, and we are underway here in the Sun South John Deere first period. Prowlers have the puck first, dressed in the home blacks with the Prowler Predator logo on the chest, red helmets, red sleeves and pants with white numbers. They go right to left. First shot from Dalton J. It was an acute angle shot. Jared Rutledge had to stop with the paddle. Now Van Weinsberg moves it to Grant Mentis. Left circle his shot. And a stick save made by tonight's starter, Corey Simons, for the Prowlers. More on him in a moment. River Dragons dressed in the road whites. Sash Columbus across the chest. White helmet, black shoulders, pants, and numbers. They go left to right as Grant Mentis fired one that went over the bar. Van Weinsberg is currently in a tie-up with Dalton J. Jake Huss finishes off his check as Matt Graham will dump it down ice. Josh Petrantonio fends off Adam Morgan. He'll play it out to center. Jake Huss racing after. Port Huron takes possession. 52 seconds gone here in the first.
Yeah, good battles back and forth. Plays kind of going both ways. And skates are moving tonight. Should be a fun game.
Suffredini sends it over there to Merritt, and now back to the far side wing for the Port Huron captain, Dustin Henning. A backhand into the zone by Evan Foley. He was immediately bodied up. Jake Huss, as we expected, playing in more of a defensive role. Right now paired up with Ian White. Gets it ahead. Austin Doe trying to come in on sides with it, but the puck hopped over him, and it will be an offside situation as he touches the puck. 18:45 left to go here in the first. Jared Rutledge in the pipes to our left. 8-2-1 record. 3.33 goals against, 891 save percentage. Corey Simons between the pipes to our right for Port Huron, a 4-6 record, 4.62 goals against, and an 884 save percentage. Both goaltenders under 900 in the save percentage. Probably going to see maybe a high-scoring game, Scott, you think?
We could, last night, lots of goals, so let's hope for tonight, at least on one end.
Adam Morgan, who had a hat trick in last night's game, tries to bring that one through the neutral zone. Too many River Dragon sticks to contend with. Bersani plays it back to the defense. Schmidt and Fraziot play some catch. Now Fraziot, long bomb cross ice, is read by Dustin Henning at the red line. He knocks it down and sends it into the Columbus end. Schmidt sends this one around the boards. Left circle, Merritt with it there. Now he gives it up to Foley. Fraziot runs into his legs, and we will get a penalty coming up to Fraziot. Tripping is the call on number 27 in white. 18-18 left to go here in the first. And it'll be the first Houston Clinic penalty kill of the night. Houston Clinic helping the River Dragons get back to full strength.
Not the way you want to start off a game early, killing off a penalty, but hopefully we can get some momentum from it.
Fraziot seems like in a daze, just can't believe that happened to him as he stands in the box now. River Dragons best in the league on the penalty kill, 86.6% kill rate. Port Huron, though, 19.3% on the power play. Pretty efficient, basically 1 in every 5 they score, and that number good for 4th in the 7-team FPHL. First shot on that power play from Parkhouse is blocked from the right point and eventually works its way back out to center. Prowlers recollect at the red line. It's Dalton J. 3-on-3 as he hits the line. Good back check by Jagger Williamson, and that puck goes into the far corner. J plays it up the wall to Parkhouse right point. His shot deflected on net, and Rutledge makes the easy save as it pops right to him, and he covers it up for the whistle. 17:55 now left to go here in the first. 1:37 remaining in the Fraziot minor, and there's no score. Prowlers and River Dragons.
For those of you wondering, Port Huron, Michigan, we're about 60 miles north of Detroit, and it's 9 degrees at face-off.
9 degrees. That might be generous, honestly, out there.
It was 1 degree yesterday.
It's a
heat wave.
The wind chill is the more important number, I think. Parkhouse fires from the high slot right into the glove of Rutledge, and he will take another whistle coming up to his left. Prowlers already put 2 shots on Jared here in their power play, first of the night. Nothing to show for it, and still 1 minute and 26 left of Houston Clinic penalty kill time for the Dragons. Anderson wins this draw. Vanelli in the corner, trying to send it out. Jay stops it at the half wall. Back to Parkhouse right point. Over to Alex Johnson left point. He fires a shot. He rang the bottom of the post there. And Columbus will find it. Grant Mentis dumps it down the length of the ice.
Grant Mentis, kind of new to the Dragons, folks. Next time you get a chance to come out and watch this kid, he just keeps his feet moving all the time.
Parkhouse comes into the zone right wing side. Now spins it back at the point to set up the power play. Pass to the side of the net. Finds Stephen Fowler. First time we've called his name today as he draws into the lineup for the Prowlers tonight. Fowler with it along the half wall, moves it up. He's at the right point now to Parkhouse, center point. Now to the left circle, Dalton J. 45 seconds left in this Port Huron power play. Good footwork by Austin Doe, blocking a pass and directing it all the way down ice.
Even better work by the Dragons, work in the box. So when you're watching the game, folks, look when we're on the penalty kill, look for us to play in a box.
Moroso from the near side circle sends it ahead to Foley. 2-on-2 with Fowler on his right. Foley drops it back to Fowler, right point. Now he sends it across. Vartiainen takes it off the wall. Left circle. He's down at the bottom of it now. Played it to the middle, and Foley couldn't direct that one towards goal. Vartiainen will re-find it at the right point, dodging a check from Austin Doe. Center point, he passes it down into the corner to Foley. Foley to the circle, and Moroso couldn't get there as Austin Doe. Effective penalty-killing shift for him as he sends it down ice again.
Nice job of clogging the middle. That's what you want to do. Oh, here's a turnover.
Williamson in, left circle, fires on a stick. Save made there by Simons as the penalty to Frazier is over. 1-for-1 on the Houston Clinic penalty kill, and immediately the Dragons with some offensive pressure thanks to that turnover forced by Jagger Williamson. Here's Jake Grade with it in front of his own bench. Williamson drops it back to the defense, and Vanelli at his own blue line, facing some pressure there from Moroso. Fancy footwork, good skating, and then he gets around another man. Vanelli goes, recollects the puck, and he's got an angle on Lambden, gives it to MJ Graham, left circle, and that one shrugged off by Simons, goes into the netting and goes out of play. 15:50 left to go here in the first. That might not have been the fastest moving play, Scott, but a lot of skill shown off there for Vanelli to get that puck all the way through the neutral zone by himself to Graham for the shot.
Yeah, he was able to stick handle on a dime and make change there, and that's good to see from that young man.
Face-off coming to the right of Simons. It'll be Williamson against Frisura. Some stick work between Johnson and Krupp. No love lost between those two for sure. MJ Graham moves it up the wall. Schmidt left point, a shot, takes a deflection, goes wide, right circle, picked up by Frazier. His drive is stopped there by Simons, who is holding on to the post and had an alley to see that shot come through. Now 15:39 left to go here in the Sun South John Deere first period. Still no score. Columbus and Port Huron.
And watch for MJ Graham to maybe, he's got to break out and have a big game. I know he's a little frustrated. He's been working really hard, just not getting any results lately. Had a great game last night, but he expects more out of himself.
Williamson wins it clean. Schmidt holds in before it splits the defense. Behind the net, it's collected by Alex Johnson. This one rims around. Frazier pinching on the play, bothering Morgan for the puck. Puck comes up between the two of them. Frazier returns to the right point, looking for a shooting lane, fires just wide of the glove hand. Springy boards behind. Krupp trying to play it around back to the right wing side. Morgan able to intercept it off the wall. Good stick by Schmidt to prevent Lambden from coming into the zone. Now here's Port Huron with numbers. 3-on-3. Pass across the crease, and Morgan couldn't get on the end of it, sitting on the back door. Here's MJ Graham through the middle. Frisura knocks him off the puck on the back check. Now Morgan brings it back the other way for the Prowlers. Left circle, he fires, and he rings the outside of the post. Rutledge had it covered there and let it hit the side. Chance coming in left circle. Lambden's deflection is well wide. And right point, Morgan had it knocked off his stick by Krupp, and Columbus will start a change behind this. Suffredini, nice footwork to get around Anderson as he's in over the line. 3-on-4. The drop back for Lambden. Right circle, a shot blocked by Schmidt. Schmidt then reaches his stick in. Those two going at it in the corner. Schmidt with the inside leverage, but Lambden gets that puck between his feet to try and secure it. 2-on-2 battle now as Anderson and Frisura come help out for their respective teammates. Lambden loses it right corner. Schmidt takes it off him, rims around to the near side boards. Henning takes a big check there from Armstrong, but holds in for Port Huron. Back behind the net, Lambden to the half wall on the right wing side. Suffredini battling it down. Ian White staple guns Lambden into the corner boards. He's had a tough shift. He's been slammed into those boards a couple of times. Anderson finds a loose puck in the neutral zone. Here come the River Dragons, 3-on-3. Armstrong's shot is just wide of the blocker hand on Simons. Vanelli takes it back in the neutral zone. And look out, nearly turned over as Dalton J was hard on the forecheck. Now it goes off a River Dragons skate. Matt Graham, right point, passing it across the line. Parkhouse down to the bottom of the circles. J and across the slot. Nobody home for the Prowlers.
Line's got to get the puck out. We're scrambling here.
Grade knocked one away to Van Weinsberg, who shoots it in high over the net of Simons. Prowlers will recollect it, and they send a cross-ice pass right onto the tape of Parkhouse. 2-on-2, look out, Grade fell down. It's a 2-on-1. Parkhouse trying to play it to the middle. Backdoor, what a save, Rutledge, as Matt Graham tried to play it to Dalton J at the side of the net. Rutledge came back and somehow kept that one out. We play on as he couldn't squeeze it, though. And now Bersani in the neutral zone with some speed. 3-on-2 if he wants it as they hit the line. Pass over right wing to Jake Huss. Huss, he takes an ugly spill in the corner. Puck is still loose there for Bersani to tie up on. Austin Doe can't fish it out, and Vartiainen will win the board battle. Doe turned him over, though. Back to the right point where Petrantonio's covering. His shot deflected by Doe and wide. Bersani, big check laid onto him by Jay along the half wall. Gino Mini sends this one around the boards, and Vartiainen will take it here for the Prowlers. 12:55 to go here in the Sun South John Deere first period. Some end-to-end action between Columbus and Port Huron. Bersani is going to take a penalty away from the play as he was clogged up on the bench, slamming it fully. Shot coming in, save made by Rutledge as it popped up on his blocker. Krupp finishes off his check hard. White will touch the puck, and that will draw our whistle.
We're not going to get any breaks tonight. Let's just be honest with the one official that's called the 2 penalties tonight.
Hunter Bersani will go get dragged out of the bench and sent over to the penalty box. We will be in immediate timeout, so let's take 30 seconds. When we come back, we'll tell you about Bersani's penalty after this on the Columbus River Dragons Broadcast Network.
Why do more people turn to Sun South for quality John Deere equipment? Our customers say it best.
The reason I'm a Sun South customer is because of their customer service and because of their sales staff.
The local service is outstanding. When I think of Sun South, I think of partners.
Right now at Sun South, get 0% financing for 72 months on select John Deere equipment. Sun South, equipment for those that do.
Some restrictions apply. See dealer for details. Offer expires January 31st, 2022.
We are back here at McMorran Arena, Port Huron, Michigan. River Dragons are on their second Houston Clinic penalty kill of the night. Houston Clinic helping the River Dragons get back to full strength. Hunter Bersani, 2 minutes for cross-checking, 12:39 to go in the first. Just one too many as he was tied up with Foley near the door.
Yeah, him and Foley got into it, and you know what? They always get the retaliation penalty, so you got to take a number and get them later.
Williamson wins the draw. Schmidt rims it around. Frazier will find it on his stick, trying to play it back ahead for Williamson. Knocked it down but couldn't control it. Dustin Henning can't move it up the near wall. MJ Graham knocks it away for the Dragons, and Vartiainen has it in his own end. River Dragons already 1 for 1 tonight on the Houston Clinic penalty kill. Williamson from the red line. Henning plays that one with a high stick, and this will be an offensive zone draw coming up here for the Dragons, despite being a man down for another minute and 37.
It will be. The best thing you can do is win this, pull it back to the D, and hope to get a shot on net that somehow gets deflected or goes in.
Shots are even right now in the Heckler & Koch shot counter, 5 apiece. Heckler & Koch, why own a copy when you can own the real thing? MJ Graham with this puck. Left wing corner. He's checked by Vartiainen. Trying to eat up more time as there's 3 Prowlers surrounding him, trying to fish that puck out. Now Williamson, he pickpockets Vartiainen, gets it to the right point. Frazier fires, he scores! Paul Frazier is first of the year. Man, he's been looking for it, and what a time to get it. Bar down, short-handed. 12:01 to go in the first, and it's 1-0 Columbus.
As I said, you could win the draw, throw it back to the point, and put net. You're right. What a heck of a shot by Frazier. I mean, right, that's upstairs where Grandma used to keep the cookies.
If I may, promo our YouTube channel. Just recently, we featured Paul Frazier in a mic'd up during Teddy Bear Toss Night last month, and he had a little conversation with Vanelli. He was like, man, I just can't buy one. I got to find that first goal. Well, what a place to find that first goal. Short-handed. There's still 1:20 of power play time for Port Huron, but the River Dragons penalty kill getting it done with the offense again.
Yeah, don't forget, we still have to kill off a penalty. We're short-handed here.
One touch pass from Graham to Merritt, full speed into the zone, right circle. His shot went across the crease and wide. Dalton Jay working back up to the left point, nearly runs into Alex Johnson. That could have created a problem. It'll be dumped down the length of the ice by Grade instead, as Dalton Anderson and Grant Mentis thought they might have had a break. Now Grant Mentis ties up with Alex Johnson here. He's being a nuisance in the right wing circle, trying to eat up more time. 45 seconds left to go here, in the penalty being served by Hunter Bersani.
Wow, what tremendous hustle by Grant.
Brendan Parkhouse moves this up the right wing side to Matt Graham for Port Huron. Circle to circle for Merritt. Fires that one high over the bar, and Rutledge let it go above him. Parkhouse, D to D now to Johnson. He's at the left point. Now back to Parkhouse, closer to the center point. Back for Johnson. Left circle, fires. Good block in front, Ian White. He'll give it up, and Jake Huss dumps it down the length of the ice. Hits a little part of the ice weird and pops up into a bench. And we'll get a face-off. It'll come back into the Columbus end from where the puck was dumped down. 11 minutes left to go here in the first. 21 seconds remaining in the Houston Clinic penalty kill. 1-0 Dragons.
Yeah, I hit MJ Graham's stick that was hanging over from the bench, and you can't gain a territorial advantage like that, unfortunately. And so the puck will remain our zone.
That Frazier goal, by the way, at the 7:59 mark of the Sun South John Deere first period. Frazier, his first. Jagger Williamson and MJ Graham pick up the assists. Johnson, D to D over for Henning, right circle. His shot well wide of the blocker hand on Rutledge. No tip available in front. Alex Johnson, left point, plays it down into the corner. Petrantonio first on it there, slams it off the glass. And it takes an odd deflection, and it goes right into his own bench. And it'll be another defensive zone draw being dealt with by the River Dragons. 6 seconds left in the Bersani minor.
We got the two linesmen asking where the faceoff should go, and then the referee pointed inside, so we'll figure it out after a while.
That one seemed a little more clear, that one's going to have to stay inside.
Good to me, too. 6 seconds left. Pull it in the corner and then hit the guy coming out of the penalty box.
Bersani's ready. He's standing up on his haunches, ready to go. One by Port Huron. Suffredini's shot is sticked up well over the netting. I think hits the roof here at McMorran Arena off the stick of Jared Rutledge. Somebody's going to have to go down a stairwell to go get that souvenir, unless it's stuck up there. I see some fans pointing like maybe it's stuck in the rafters. 2 ticks left in the Bersani minor.
Very well could be.
So Moroso and Williamson will do it again.
Maybe. Someday.
Moroso, he just went for a hard dive at that puck, fell on his face, an insult to injury. He'll get thrown out of the faceoff dot, so Frisura comes in now against Williamson. Tied up between the centerman's feet. Frisura hustles. Austin Doe plays it ahead. Hunter Bersani on a breakaway. Bersani in all alone, fires, and a save made there by Simons. Maybe not exactly how you drew it up, but hitting the guy out of the box there for a breakaway, Scott.
Yeah, I thought the defenseman would throw that up instead of center.
Left point, that one held in by White, but it'll go right to the Prowlers, and Frisura trying to use some speed to get around Bersani. Frisura boxing him out. Petrantonio helping out. Doe and Henning, they're tied up and cancel out of the play. Now White up ahead for Huss, tries to get it to Bersani. Nice diving play, gets away from Suffredini. He's racing after it, but Moroso a step in front of him the whole way, and the Prowlers have possession in their own end. 10:05 left to go here in the Sun South John Deere first period. 1-0 our score in favor of Columbus. Suffredini trying to weave through all the white jerseys in front. He's eventually taken out of the play, and Frejot sends that one down to the Port Huron line. Mini to Frisura off the wall. He'll dump down behind the net of Rutledge. Now at the side, he'll decide to cover it up, take a whistle, and we'll get another media timeout. 9:46 left to go in the first. 1-0 Columbus on the Frejot shorthanded tally. Back in 30 seconds on the Columbus River Dragons broadcast network.
Benefits of a Kinetic membership extend far beyond convenient banking solutions, competitive rates, and financial advice. Kinetic Credit Union focuses on the unique needs of our members while supporting and improving their lives. At Kinetic Credit Union, they recognize that your financial goals are unique. That's why we're offering the Smart Steps Financial Education Program, a personalized learning experience to help you plan around your individual financial situation and aspirations. Kinetic Credit Union.
Back here at McMorran Arena, 9:46 to go here in the first. 1-0. River Dragons lead it. Frejot, a shorthanded goal. River Dragons are also 2 for 2 so far tonight in the Houston Clinic penalty kill. Scott, maybe not exactly how you draw up a game so far, but the River Dragons will definitely take it.
Absolutely. We'll take the league, and now let's get one 5-on-5.
Here is Frejot to Armstrong, right circle, knocked off of his stick, right into the path of Foley, who will play it back out into neutral ice. River Dragons going left to right across your radio dial and TV screens here in the Sun South John Deere first period. Mini plays that one over on the far side wall, taken by Foley, tries to play it into the zone, knocked off the stick of Schmidt, but then he's turned over by Morgan, who was creeping behind him. Over in the far corner, clash of sticks, and Anderson moves that over to Frejot, who will eventually settle it on the near circle. Frejot looking to skate this one ahead. His shorthanded goal right now, the difference in this game, 1-0 River Dragons. Mini, a backhand flip. Schmidt played that with a low stick, gives it to Frejot, and now Columbus trying to exit their zone once again. Schmidt on the far side circle, cautiously skating it up. Now a pass ahead. MJ Graham couldn't handle it, just lost it into the zone, preventing icing. Vartiainen, left wing side, 3-on-3, bunched up to that left side as he hits the line, plays it behind the net. Schmidt reverses it back around, and MJ Graham is on the half wall with it here. He drops it back for Vanelli to Schmidt, and now moves it left wing to Williamson, who will tip it in on the right side of red, negates icing. MJ Graham comes in front of Alex Johnson there. To the left point, Vanelli. He lets one go, deflected by Krupp. Loose on the right wing circle for Grade. Puck on edge, and his shot had to be gloved down by Simons. Williamson tied up there with Arnott. Arnott had the better position and will rim it around for the Prowlers in his own end. Jay flips this one down ice. Is it on net? No, and Grade will win the race to the hash marks uncontested for the icing. 8:15 left to go here in the first. 1-0 Columbus leads it.
And leads in shots on goal. We've got 2 extra, 8-6, and Jared Rutledge so far perfect tonight, and I want to say hello to his fur babies back home. Sully and
Indigo.
Indigo.
You have another name for that dog, but we can't say that on
Yes,
air.
can't say that on air.
Sully and Indigo, as well as Shannon and the rest of the Rutledge crew. How are you doing today?
All enjoying the game.
Matt Graham plays this one up near side. Adam Morgan chips up off of a stick, and Bailey McBurney, he's got the night off. He'll just let that one plop in front of him on the bench, real harmless, and we'll get a neutral zone draw. Usually you like to see the goalies. They get engaged in the game. They'll snare one even though they're on the bench. Not McBurney. He's taking it easy.
No,
today.
he's taking it easy tonight. He played well last night. Just got a rough night. Got a couple goals put past him. And
McBurney's been one of the league leaders in the FPHL with his goals against number, and really you look at his body of work and Jared Rutledge as MJ Graham fires a shot, shrugged off there by Simons. Those two, I mean, among the best goaltending tandems in the FPHL. You probably put them in Watertown side by side, and it's a pretty good contest. Left circle, Krupp fires one, and one just wide of the glove hand on Simons. Petre Antonio, right wing circle, sends this down behind the net. Dalton J, big check he laid on MJ Graham there, who was caught looking with his head down. Behind the net, it's Alex Johnson. Look out, turnover in front. MJ a shot, save made. Simons' rebound is somewhere in that mass of bodies, and Simons has it underneath him. Wow, from just being planted on the counter check like MJ Graham was to all of a sudden sitting all alone in front of the net. That's a crazy shift of emotions in about 2 seconds.
Absolutely. Listen, MJ Graham's a different person. He's going to get banged in the boards and not care. In fact, I think he actually kind of likes it, and it fires him up, and right there he gets knocked on his butt, and he goes to the net there and almost scores.
7.5 left to go here in the first. And I just saw an interesting development off that faceoff. Meanwhile, Huss fires from the left wing goal line, and a save by Simons, who was holding on to his post. Moroso sends it across. Here's Petre Antonio, left wing circle. He plays it off the wall, and Moroso has it at the red line. Are you seeing the same thing I'm seeing, Scott?
Yes.
Right wing side, Dustin Henning comes in over the line. We'll tell you what we're seeing when we get a chance to at the next break. Henning rims this one around. Suffredini, left circle, fires, deflected, loose in the slot. Petre Antonio sticks it out. Moroso holds in, glove save Rutledge. And we get a whistle. 7 minutes even to go here in the first. Josh Petre Antonio was just paired up with Ian White there defensively. It was Jake Huss on that line with Bersani and Doe, at least by the way they lined up.
Well, I thought from the face-off it was a play that we were going to see or attempt to see, and Josh stayed in that position, so maybe he's transitioning.
And what's interesting is we look on the bench, Petre Antonio sitting among the defensemen. So not the usual spot you see the captain, but got to step up. And Edgar Zozelinch is out suspended tonight. This one shot in by Van Weinsberg, rims around the boards as it was high, and goes all the way back down to the Columbus end for Schmidt. He played that one to the red line. Fowler will dump it in. Delayed offsides. The Prowlers quickly touch up. Anderson up the far wall. Van Weinsberg's in over the line. Stops it up left point. He takes a check, backhand, sends it down behind the net. Grant Mentis with it, plays it across the crease. Van Weinsberg trying to send it back, couldn't have the angle for a wraparound, so he was held off there by Suffredini. Schmidt trying to drive there from the slot, and that one knocked away. Too many black jerseys in front. Gino Mini just softly pushes it down into the Columbus end. Paul Fraziot takes it here. 6:15 left to go in the first, still 1-0.
Both teams got to get a quick line change. Both lines been out there. We're going to take an icing penalty, though.
Yeah,
or
we are.
Infraction, I should
Van
say.
Weinsberg thought he had a tip on that at the blue line, but it just hopped over his stick as Fraziot was trying to send it the length of the ice legally. Columbus will not be able to change. Port Huron opts not to take the change, even with the tired River Dragon unit out there right now. 6:09 to go in period one.
McMorran Arena, one of the oldest buildings in the Federal Hockey League. Historic.
Fraziot has this one off the win. Van Weinsberg trying to play it off the glass. Vartiainen holds it in at the right point. Fraziot's second effort pops it up over everybody, and they'll go down to the Port Huron end for Gino Mini on the far side circle. Mini stretching it ahead, trying to take advantage of the Columbus change. It hops up off a Prowler stick. Krupp takes a check as he sends it out to the center ice area. Frisura from the red line will send this one in left wing corner. Vanelli from behind the net. Foley checks him there. Fraziot turned over. Merritt tried to play it to the middle. He lost his edge. And now Graham sending it to Jay Krupp. And they got their signals crossed on where that pass should go, and Gino Mini will take it away easily. Mini from behind the net. Oh, Krupp, good forecheck. Takes it away from him. Left circle, Krupp to the middle. And Jagger Williams and his stick lifted there. Grade fires from the right point. Oh, and the net is off behind Corey Simons. So the Port Huron bench will be held. And Prowlers will not be able to change. Matt Graham tried to hop onto the ice for Sam Merritt, and he'll be told to go back off of that net displacement.
We're going to live that disaster all night. They don't have the correct marsh pegs in here like they're supposed to, but you deal with it and go on.
5:19 to go here in the first. Williamson and Merritt, they tie up on this draw. Still loose between the centerman's feet. Vartiainen can't get it out. Held in right point by Gray. Down into the corner. Vartiainen gets it back. MJ Graham was looking to hit him there with a check. Vartiainen sends it off the glass down to the Columbus D. Vanelli sends it over to Krupp, who one-touches it into the zone to negate icing. Williamson, good check there on Minnie. It's a 2-on-2 battle over the right shoulder of Simons. Under 5 minutes to play here in the first. 1-0 Columbus. Matt Graham through the middle, trying to play that one to the slot. Ian White, good job getting his body in front of it and chips it out to center. Johnson to Graham, one touch into the zone. Dalton J with speed, right circle, fires, stick save made. Rutledge, rebound popped up side of the net, and Jared Rutledge in full stand-up lets that one fall right on the chest and takes the puck and the whistle. 4:38 to go here in period 1. 30-second timeout, and we're back for the conclusion of the first period here on the Columbus River Dragons Broadcast Network.
Why do more people turn to SunSouth for quality John Deere equipment? Our customers say it best.
The reason I'm a SunSouth customer is because of their customer service and because of their sales staff.
The local service is outstanding. When I think of SunSouth, I think of partners.
Right now at SunSouth, get 0% financing for 72 months on select John Deere equipment. SunSouth, equipment for those that do.
Some restrictions apply. See dealer for details. Offer expires January 31st, 2022.
Back here at McMorran Ice Arena in Port Huron, Michigan, River Dragons lead 1-0. And a Paul Fraziot shorthanded goal. And it occurred at the 7:59 mark of this period. I'm Zach DeBozart. He's Scott Brand. Happy to have you along tonight. River Dragons Broadcast Network extends out to Bounce 9.2 across the Chattahoochee Valley. Of course, our YouTube channel and the 4-station radio network in West Georgia and East Alabama. Scott's been a good game so far.
It's been a real good game. Both teams have had a few scoring opportunities, but both teams playing smart tonight and very safe.
Bersani ties up with Graham, a rugby scrum right at the face-off dot, hops all the way to the near side circle. Huss takes a check, sends it out to center. Bersani racing after it. He gets underneath it, left circle. His shot ramped up off of the stick of Arnott, goes into the netting and goes out of play. 4:24 left to go here in the first, still 1-0, and we're seeing what we saw in the last shift, Scott. Petrantonio playing right D alongside White at left D, and it's Huss who's now on the right wing side on the forward line.
Listen, Josh is a very talented player, and I really like him at defense. I'm a more of a defensive guy.
He's getting waved out of the circle. Looks like Bersani is. Now, who comes in to take it? Because usually Petrantonio is the second centerman on this line, and Petrantonio is going to go take it from right D.
Bersani not at the point. I wonder if he knows what to do.
Petrantonio kicks it, wins it. White shot blocked there by Graham. Petrantonio has it left wing side to the middle. Jake Huss right now basically 4 forwards out there for the River Dragons. Bersani,
nice
what a play at the line.
Nice
Keeps
play
it in,
again.
Gloves it to himself. Right circle. Now he brings it down into the corner, plays it to the middle. Nobody home in the slot. Ian White holds in left circle. Matt Graham and Jake Huss, they cancel each other out. The puck goes behind the net. Rimmed around up the far wall. Ian White holds in. Pass from behind the net. Hunter Bersani to the middle. Oh, chance for Doe, and it just popped over his stick. Matt Graham, he takes it into the neutral zone. 4-on-3 as he hits the line through the middle. Austin Doe, good back check, ties up his stick and forces the turnover. Here's Ian White up the wall. Hunter Bersani head manning this rush. Going to wait for a little bit of support. He stops it up, left wing circle. Pass across the slot. Nobody home, but Grant Mentis first on the puck, right wing. Stick lifted by Morgan. Van Weinsberg helps out a shot, and a shoulder save made there by Simons from in tight. Suffredini on the near side circle, sending it to Morgan. He eventually settles it one-on-one with Schmidt. Spinorama shot goes well wide across the crease. Suffredini, left wing circle to Moroso, down into the corner. Fancy footwork, gets around Fraziot. Fowler shot, blocked by Fraziot. Still loose bottom of the circles. Anderson ties up a man. Schmidt, nice pass, connecting to Grant Mentis. He gets himself out of the zone. Then Suffredini just stands him up right in front of the Columbus bench, which draws some oohs and ahs from the crowd. Henning from the red line dumps this in left wing corner. 3 minutes left to go here in the Sun-South John Deere first period. Schmidt from behind the net rims it around. Van Weinsberg on the half wall, lost it, and at the center point, held in by Fowler. Morgan gave it a wave with his stick, couldn't control it, and Van Weinsberg takes a check in the corner, up the wall. Grant Mentis, if he can win a foot race, has a breakaway, but Suffredini a little fresher out there. Grant Mentis near the end of his shift, he'll go off for a change. Van Weinsberg in all alone right circle, his shot right onto the chest of Simons, and an easy save made there for the Port Huron netminder. 2:27 left to go here in the first, still 1-0 Columbus.
Great job of buzzing by the Dragons, Zach. I mean, they're putting pressure on.
Suffredini checked by MJ Graham, and Jagger Williamson finds a loose puck over on the near side corner. Williamson blows a tire. Grade holds in right point. Weakly, though, he played it right into the Port Huron player's path. Here's Morgan trying to get around Grade. He does. Thought about the wrap attempt. Great save, Rutledge, going post to post, and on that far side just kicks it out as Morgan had the speed and angle to try a wrap attempt. Jared Rutledge, he's a veteran. He knows what he's got to do to get across, knock that one away. 2:07 to go here in the first, and it's still 1-0.
And that's the type of guy you got to have in net. When you go down, you take 3 or 4 shots. Sometimes your forwards or defensemen get sucked in deep, and Jared had to react to a one-on-one, basically, where the guy tries to take it around the net, wrap it around, but he's there for the big save.
Face off to the left of Rutledge. Columbus wins it, and Krupp will play it ahead. He did not have the red line, though, and Vartiainen just a step ahead of MJ Graham and had the inside track to the puck. So we will get an icing call against Columbus. 2:01 left to go here in the first. Still 1-0. Frazia's goal, the difference.
Listen, there's nothing wrong with taking an icing call and coming back and starting over. You can take as many of those as you want to. It's not like it's a penalty. It's just a territorial face-off, win the draw here, and break out.
Face-off to the right of Rutledge. Krupp v. Merritt. Well, Krupp wins the draw. Scott, you and I both know what Krupp was trying to do there.
I do exactly what Krupp was doing there. We're going to have another icing.
Krupp won it to Williamson, and Williamson did ice the puck. And that's an old, early hybrid icing trick. You would send a guy in who's not a centerman, like Krupp is, and just tell him get tossed out, so you can get a couple extra seconds of breathing room.
Or take the other guy with you. Well, and you don't see Krupp in there taking the draw.
Well, so not only did he not get tossed, but then he won the draw.
Yeah,
so, hey, kudos to Kruppy right there. Williamson will take it now against Merritt. Williamson won it to the near side wing, but Morgan takes it over first for the Prowlers. Morgan held off wide by Grade. Up that far wall, Grade pinches him off, and now Krupp comes into the neutral zone with Graham on his left. 2-on-2 as they hit the line. Krupp pass across, just out of the reach of Vanelli. He'll take it off the wall, drop it down in the corner for Williamson. 100 seconds left to go here in the first. Vartiainen, far side corner with it, sends it around. Ian White holds in at the left point. Down back to Vartiainen in the corner. He's checked there by MJ Graham. Puck between their feet. Vartiainen will have it. Bersani turned him over. Graham's shot shrugged away there by Simons. Vartiainen checks MJ. Bersani with it in the corner. Lost off of his board battle. And Merritt can't get it out as it's held in left point by White. Behind the net, Vartiainen intercepted by Graham, trying to move it to the near side wing. Graham, right wing corner, looking for a passing lane. Nothing there, and it ramped up off a stick of a Prowler. White holds in again, left point. Ian White, center point to Petrantonio, right circle. Waits, walks it, backdoor, and Austin Doe had that hit the heel of his stick, and he couldn't direct it towards net. MJ Graham to Petrantonio, his effort, and he sends it wide. Simons is without his goal stick. Foley will dump that one down to the red line. White kicks it to Doe. He's in over the line. Doe fires, save made Simons. He's using a player stick right now, even though his twig is easily within arm's distance, but that tells you how much pressure Columbus put on. He never felt safe enough to go grab it.
Absolutely. I mean, real good pressure and a good way to end the period.
43.5 left to go here in the first. 1-0. Columbus leads it. They have an offensive zone draw coming up to Simons' right. Hunter Bersani directing a little bit of traffic. Matt Graham opposite him in the faceoff dot. Bersani wins it. Armstrong to Frazier, right point. Works it down into the corner, sending around the boards. Doe checked there by Johnson. Goes to the left wing side. Arnott tips it ahead for Dalton J. And now 3-on-2 for the Prowlers if they hustle. Left wing side. Parkhouse in over the line. Drops it back for Graham. Back for Parkhouse. Bottom of the circles to the middle. Graham, they score. Beautiful tic-tac play. And Matt Graham couldn't miss if he tried. 24.9 left to go in the first. Matt Graham's goal ties it up 1-1.
No, that's a big goal to give up, and that's a defenseman's fault. You got to wrap the guy up. You got to get stick on stick. You can't let him shoot and get behind you.
19:35 mark. Here the Sun South John Deere first period, and Matt Graham has his 13th goal on the year.
That's a huge goal to give up.
Anderson ready to take this draw against Graham. 24.9 left. Looks like we'll be heading into the locker room tied, barring anything crazy. You never know, though. Van Weinsberg dumps it in on the glass right behind Simons. Johnson sends it around to the neutral zone. Grade for Van Weinsberg. One touch and over the line to Anderson. A dozen seconds left. Van Weinsberg with some space. Anderson deflect a save made by Simon. Beautiful tip right there by Dalton Anderson, who was sort of falling away from the play. The screen was opening up for Simons, but he got a touch on it and forced a great save out of the Port Huron netminder to keep it at 1-1 with 8.3 to go.
Almost had something crazy happen there.
Still some time and an offensive zone draw for Columbus. Anderson ties up with Graham. One, left point. Vanelli deflected and rolls wide to the right wing corner. Anderson to the middle, knocked away by Graham, and that will do it for the opening period of play. Columbus looked very good in the early stretches, but they are tied heading into the locker room, thanks to, who else? The top unit of Parkhouse, Graham, and Jay. Beautiful connection, 3-on-2 as they hit the line. You knew it'd be dangerous, and they get that tap-in goal to make it 1-1. Scott, your thoughts in the opening 20?
Well, I mean, listen, I think we played very well with the exception of a defenseman. Couldn't get a stick on a guy. You can't stand and watch the play develop. If you don't know what's going on, grab a guy as a defenseman in the offensive zone, get the stick on him. If the ref's not looking, even grab the stick. But we made a mistake. They put it in. It's 1-1. So we're back to a tied hockey game. We have 40 minutes of hockey.
We'll come back, recap that opening 20 minutes on camera for you here. And we'll also get ourselves up and ready to go for the John Emerald Distilling First Intermission Report, which starts up after this on the Columbus River Dragons Broadcast Network.
Why do more people turn to SunSouth for quality John Deere equipment? Our customers say it best.
The reason I'm a SunSouth customer is because of their customer service and because of their sales staff.
The local service is outstanding. When I think of SunSouth, I think of partners.
Right now at SunSouth, get 0% financing for 72 months on select John Deere equipment. SunSouth, equipment for those that do.
Some restrictions apply. See dealer for details. Offer expires January 31st, 2022.
We know that juicy, cheesy, grilled to perfection burger sounds amazing, but it does sound like something is missing. Pepsi, baby! The yin to this burger's yang. Burgers and Pepsi go together like burgers and Pepsi. This perfect blending of flavors makes every bite of lettuce, every sesame seed on the bun, and every sip of that crisp, refreshing, ice-cold cola a journey to Foodtopia. Burgers, better with Pepsi. That's what I like.
Is that the sound of an ooey gooey cheesy crunchy slice of P-I-Z-Z-A? Obviously, but as good as that sounds, we think it can get even better. Oh yeah, that's the sound of a freshly opened fizz-filled Pepsi. The only thing that can take this flavor medley of crunchy dough, mouth-watering cheese, and savory sauce to the next level. How about another bite? Pepsi and pizza sound like a match made in heaven and taste even better. Pizza, better with Pepsi. That's what I like.
In 1999, Watley Convenience Stores opened its first Zelmo Zip-In. Our first store was in Leesburg, Georgia, and followed quickly by our second store in the Columbus, Phoenix City area in 2000. Since then, the brand has grown to include 11 stores in the Chattahoochee Valley and Southwest Georgia. Zelmo's is an anchor in the communities it operates in. Our managers, employees, and vendors are all an integral part of the neighborhoods and communities we serve. We are proud to call these areas home and plan to continue growing with and serving the communities of West Georgia and East Alabama. Zelmo's, fueling life's passions.
Progress. It's the belief that your life should be easier, that life should be fun, and that the best is yet to come. With us, you have a provider who pours everything into bringing progress home. And it's not just some big name in a faraway glass tower. That provider is here. That provider is Beam. With local service and faster internet, the only place you're going is forward. And we're taking you there. Progress. Your Beam. Your way.
It's River Dragon season, and it's time to get out to a game. Visit Ticketmaster or the Civic Center box office to purchase tickets to the next game or any game left this season. Visit ourdragons.com to check the schedule and stay up to date with everything River Dragons hockey. The defending Ignite Cup champions are looking to keep their winning ways, and you can be part of the best atmosphere in the FPHL to help make it happen. Purchase tickets online on Ticketmaster or skip the fees and visit the Columbus Civic Center box office during normal business hours. Get up and get loud, Columbus. The River Dragons are ready to roar.
We are back here at McMorran Arena on the John Emerald Distilling First Intermission Report. I'm Zach DeBozart. He's Scott Brand. 1-1. We are tied through 20 minutes of play. Paul Fraziot, a shorthanded goal, about 7:59 into the first. And then a last-minute tally by Matt Graham ties things up at 1. after the first period of play. Scott, we already asked about your initial thoughts, but maybe in a little more detail, because we always talk about how goals in the last minute of a period and in the first minute of a period are so crucial. They can do so much for momentum. How much is it really helping Port Huron to be tied in the locker room at this point?
Listen, it's huge. I mean, it's like sitting at the dinner table and you can smell that, mom making that hot apple pie, and then you have dinner, and next thing you know, the dog ate the pie, and it's just so disappointing. So here's the thing, though. I thought we played like 19 very strong minutes of hockey. We didn't make mistakes. We were aggressive. We played our style of game. And again, one missed check or one missed back check with a stick check, and they put it in the back of the net. Port Huron's a good hockey team, folks. Don't think that they're slouches. They play a different game. They usually play what we used to call a men's league game, where it's wide open. You didn't know what they were doing. Last night, they were a totally different team. Tonight, out here, they're playing a system, and hats off to them. It's big on momentum. It's not a game killer. We're going to go in. Both teams are going to readjust, come back out, get the next goal.
Through 4 periods of play in this series, I don't think we've seen a lot of that stretch pass breakout attempt that we've seen so much from Port Huron that we've been perhaps used to. Obviously, so many different personnel, especially among the forward group, in for Port Huron will adjust that identity. But do you think that maybe that new-ish system that the Prowlers are playing is giving the River Dragons some hassle?
I think it is. I think we've been playing that same Port Huron team for 2-3 years now, and all of a sudden now their system switch, Zach. And I think you hit the nail on the head. It's not the let's play in our zone and suck you in deep and then blow that wide pass in the breakaway. It's definitely a different style of play.
When you look so far tonight, River Dragons are 2 for 2 on the Houston Clinic penalty kill, have yet to have their first power play on the night. Both those penalties came early in the period, Scott. Interestingly, Fraziot, who took the first penalty, scored the shorthanded goal during the second penalty, so he may be atoned perhaps for his early sins. But one thing I noticed is not only effective penalty killing, but as soon as that penalty was over, forcing a turnover or forcing some issue up ice and immediately generating offensive pressure. That power play lasts 2 minutes, and then the River Dragons go right back to it.
That's where you start playing ahead. You know the building. And the other thing we haven't mentioned yet, folks, this building was built in the 60s. Back then, a big ice surface was 185 feet. It's 180 feet here. It's probably about 80 feet wide. Most ice surfaces, if you've been to Columbus, 200 feet long, deeper radiuses in the corner, and 85 feet wide. So there's a home ice advantage to playing here. And the Dragons got to adjust to that, but they're doing a nice job because you're right. The second that power play or penalty kill off, they're right back on the power play.
Deep followers, the River Dragons broadcast network will understand this next comment. Scott, that was a lot of math from you. All those numbers and radials in the corner. But you've been learning, haven't you?
I've secretly been learning, and they said algebra wouldn't help you in hockey, and kids, study your math. And I really mean that.
River Dragons and Prowlers are tied 1-1 through 20 minutes of play. Shots on goal 15-9 on the Heckler & Koch shot counter in favor of the Dragons. Heckler & Koch, why own a copy when you can own the real thing? We'll take a break. When we come back, we'll follow the Zamboni around the ice, continue on the John Emerald Distilling First Intermission Report with a look ahead to around the FPHL. We'll be back in a couple of minutes. Don't go anywhere on the Columbus River Dragons broadcast network.
Chattahooche's favorite place for spirits in the valley is John Emerald Distilling Company in Opelika. Conveniently located in beautiful downtown Opelika, they're open Monday through Saturday for tours, tasting, and bottle sales. Not in Opelika? No problem. From Birmingham to Columbus, there's plenty of places where John Emerald originals are sold. Check out some of their favorite recipes at johnemeralddistilling.com and give them a follow on social media at JED Spirits on Twitter and Instagram.
Dressing for success is as easy as 1, 2, 3 with Wade Cleaners. Drop off your garment at any one of their 5 convenient branches or call their valet manager to pick them up. Go do something fun. Walk your dog, eat a hot fudge sundae, or go to a movie. Leave the dirty laundry to them. Pick up your professionally cleaned garments or have them delivered at no additional charge to your home or office. Yes, you too can dress for success with Wade Cleaners. Oh, and don't forget the little people as you move up in the the world.
Who wants a copy when you can own the real thing? At Heckler & Koch, the foundation for everything we do is an unswerving commitment to excellence. Shooters of Columbus at 4445 Milton Road is your local area premium stocking dealer for all your favorite Heckler & Koch products. They also have an indoor range with rentals available, from rifles and pistols to ammo and holsters. There's no better choice in the firearm business than Heckler & Koch.
Looking to update that hockey game day wardrobe? The best place to do that is to visit the online home for all River Dragons licensed apparel, ourdragonsmerch.com. With new designs coming out all the time and special promotional and sale offers always live, there's always a reason to check back to the site and score some new gear. Plus, lots of fun souvenirs and other knickknacks that make great gifts for all sorts of occasions. So get there to ourdragonsmerch.com, the official store for all team licensed apparel. That's ourdragonsmerch.com.
We are back here at the McMorran Ice Arena in Port Huron, Michigan. River Dragons and Prowlers are tied at 1 apiece. John Emerald Distilling, proud partners of Ignite Sports and the Columbus River Dragons and the Columbus Chattahoots. If you can't get out to their distillery in Opelika for live tours, tastings, and more, check out a couple of places here in Columbus that have the John Emerald Distilling line of products. The Nonick Beer Bar and Kitchen downtown, Jarfly on 13th Street, or the Bottle Shop on Broadway, all proud carriers of the John Emerald Distilling line of products. Time to take a look around the FPHL, brought to you by Zelmo's Zip-In. Zelmo's, fueling life's passions. 3 games in the FPHL tonight. Let's start it up at the Winston-Salem Fairgrounds Annex. It was a 6 o'clock puck drop, so they are already well into this game. They are through 40 minutes, and Carolina not looking to repeat last night's effort in the slightest. 4-1. Thunderbirds have the advantage over the Thunder. Now, that being said, Ryan Marker got Delaware on the board first, 12:51 mark of the first period. That was answered by Dawson Baker, and then in the second, 3 straight goals. Everett Thompson, Blake Peavy, and Gus Ford. Ford's goal came on the power play. He has a hot weekend going for himself right now. That is Ford's 4th goal by my count this weekend. Elsewhere, Binghamton is at Danbury, a home-and-home series that is in the Connecticut area now, and they must have gotten a late start to this one because listed puck drop time was 7 o'clock. However, they are only 9 minutes through the first, and there is no score. Not sure what really to make of it. There's nothing else other than a couple of roughing minors that tells us anything else might have delayed this game for any reason. So 9 minutes gone in period 1, no score. Binghamton and Danbury are goaltenders in this one. Frankie McClendon for the Danbury Hat-Tricks, Joel Eisenhower for the Binghamton Black Bears. That's your look around the FPHL, brought to you by Zelmo's Zip-In. Zelmo's, the official fuel provider of the Columbus River Dragons. Let's quickly take a peek at the Southern Professional League on the Southern Hockey scoreboard. Knoxville is up 1-0 over Macon, 9:27 to go in the second period there. Roanoke 1, Fayetteville 0. They are just about to drop puck to ice in the second period over at Berglund. And then the Central Time Zone, we started all these up at 8 o'clock East, or 8 o'clock East and on, I should say. Top of the hour, Huntsville is hosting Evansville. On the 05, Pensacola hosts Birmingham. And on the 15, Vermilion County is at Peoria. That makes the 11th team out tonight. Doing some quick math here in my head. Who are we missing? That would be the Storm, the Quad City Storm. They are off tonight, and they will be playing on Sunday, tomorrow, when they take on the Peoria Rivermen on a 4:15 puck drop there at the Tax Lair. Or no, that's in Peoria, excuse me. That's your look at the Southern Professional and the Southern Hockey scoreboard. Let's take a break. When we come back, we're back on camera to discuss what to look forward to in the Wild Animal Safari second period, next on the Columbus River Dragons Broadcast Network.
Gulf Eagle Supply specializes in servicing the professional roofing contractor and also provides a variety of products and services to the homeowner, building owner, architect, and general contractor. Our goal to the contractor is not only to provide competitive material pricing, but also to help them build their business and assist in their success. We do this with knowledgeable sales personnel and through our core values. As we say, Gulf Eagle, we got a solution for that. Call us today at 706-550-1555. Gulf Eagle Supply.
If you're talking, they will hear you.
We
We all want our kids to grow up safe and healthy. So we show them how. And we tell them with honest conversations that let them know what we expect. Not just one time, but every chance we get. That's especially important when it comes to alcohol and other drugs. Kids not only need to know the dangers and how to avoid them, they need to hear it often from you. And when it comes to pain medications, opioids, they need to know that they should never be taken without a prescription and never shared with friends or family. It's dangerous and illegal. So talk with your kids and guide them through the challenges of growing up safe and healthy. Because when you talk, they hear you. For more information about talking with your kids about underage use of alcohol and other drugs, visit underagedrinking.samhsa.gov.
So don't they hear you? You can do it if you try.
Welcome back in here to the McMorran Ice Arena in Port Huron, Michigan. I'm Zach DeBozart. He's Scott Brand. We are through 20 minutes of play. Still on the John Emerald Distilling First Intermission Report. 1-1 our score, Columbus and Port Huron. Scott, last time we were here, we talked about how Port Huron's probably going to have a little bit of the momentum scoring in that last minute of play. What do you got to do in the second period to turn your fortunes around quicker and start out on a better foot and hopefully get that first goal of the period again?
Come out and play just like we started. I mean, we took it to them. We had to play in the attacking zone, and that's where you really got to you got to continue that. Let's remember last night, our second period was our most offensive period. And we've got to continue that.
It was also the only period the River Dragons scored goals in last night's 6-3 loss. At one point it was tied 3-3. Do you expect another similar offensive output? Because remember, last night's game went from 2-0 to 5-3 through the second period. And we talk all about the period of the long change and how that can catch the defense out and increase more offense. Do you see that happening again here tonight?
Yes, I do, Zach. And I think here's the thing. I think both teams played a conservative first period. I thought we outplayed them. I thought we won the period. You just didn't do it on the scoreboard. But what's going to happen now is both teams are in there talking. Jerome's in there going, guys, you got to play a full 20 minutes. The usual, usual talk. Those of you guys who've been in sports, and Port Huron's like, guys, way to finish strong. And then at the end of this, they're going to come out, they're going to fire each other up, and the bottom line is we're going to drop the puck, Zach. And I think it's going to go pillar to post, coast to coast. I think you're going to see more high-flying action here, and I think you're going to rely on those goaltenders because those goaltenders will get tested this period.
We'll come back in just a couple of minutes, and when we do, the Wild Animal Safari second period will be next on the Columbus River Dragons Broadcast Network.
The Chattahooch's favorite place for spirits in the valley is John Emerald Distilling Company in Opelika. Conveniently located in beautiful downtown Opelika, they're open Monday through Saturday for tours, tasting, and bottle sales. Not in Opelika? No problem. From Birmingham to Columbus, there's plenty of places where John Emerald originals are sold. Check out some of their favorite recipes at johnemeralddistilling.com and give them a follow on social media at JED Spirits on Twitter and Instagram.
At the Country Inn and Suites by Radisson, you'll enjoy comfortable accommodations close to Columbus State University, Fort Benning, and of course, the River Dragons games. Conveniently located at 1720 Fountain Court in Columbus, you'll be minutes away from all your favorite Columbus destinations. Free high-speed Wi-Fi and hot breakfast always available too. So whether you're staying for business or for pleasure, make your next stay in Columbus a comfortable one at the official hotel partner of the River Dragons, Country Inn and Suites by Radisson.
Oral and maxillofacial surgeons Mark Sawicki, Lee Allen practice a traditional scope of oral and maxillofacial surgery with over 60 years of combined expertise, ranging from oral pathology to wisdom tooth removal. They perform a full range of dental implant and bone grafting procedures, as well as non-invasive surgical facial cosmetic procedures. That level of expertise is why the River Dragons trust them. Call them in Columbus at 596-1757 or in LaGrange at 884-2655.
Before you know it, the weather will get warmer and baseball will be right around the corner, so book your summer weekends early by purchasing a Flight Club membership with the Columbus Chattahoots. Flight Club members receive tickets to every home game at Golden Park as the Hoots try and go back to the Championship Series in 2022, plus more awesome perks for all of our members. Visit GoHoots.com to get started on securing your membership for the 2022 Sun Belt Baseball League season, or call the offices at 706-507-4625.
We are back here at the McMorran Arena in Port Huron, Michigan. River Dragons are out, so too are the Prowlers. And we are just about ready for the Wild Animal Safari second period, Scott.
You know what that means?
What does it mean?
Someone's getting slobbered on.
Go see all of the live outdoor animal exhibits right from the safety of your own car up in Pine Mountain, Georgia. A lot of fun. Scott, I know you've been. You love it out there.
Or they have buses
They
in
do.
case you don't want to take your car. I mean, I trust the giraffes, you know, but the,
well, who don't you trust?
Those buffalo, I trust them, but they're big, though. Those things are huge.
Prowlers will go left to right across your radio dial and TV screens, and the home black jerseys, big Prowler logo on the chest, red helmets and pants, and white numbers. Corey Simons, he has stopped 14 of 15 River Dragons shots. Columbus, road whites, sash Columbus, white helmets, black shoulders and pants. They go right to left. Jared Rutledge, he has stopped 8 of 9. Puck is down. We are underway here in the Wild Animal Safari second period. Dalton J lays a big check onto a man. Loose in front there for Matt Graham, and he just overskated it. Couldn't get his stick to it. Grant Mentis for Vanelli on the near side circle. Vanelli trying to skate this one up ahead. Nice chip move to get around Dalton J. Puck went too far from, though. Now Vanelli checks in on Paul Arnott as he has to send it around the boards to his D partner, Alex Johnson. Johnson moves this one up the way, off the stick of Huss, goes high into the air, still in play, in the left wing corner for Graham, behind the net. Jay gives it back to Graham to the middle, and that's a good stick right there by Jake Huss, who knocks it down the length of the ice. Won't have the legs for icing, as Suffredini has to touch it at the bottom of the circles. 19:13 to go here in the second.
Dragons get a wholesale change, and they're playing with shorter line shifts tonight, which is something they didn't do last night, which is a lot better. Josh Petrantonio still on defense.
He is indeed. Play off the near side wall. Sam Merritt comes in over the line right wing side. Evan Foley had his stick lifted there by Petrantonio, and Rutledge will cover it up, and he gets the whistle. Let's pause 10 seconds. Station identification here on the Columbus River Dragons radio network. $18:56 left to go here in the second. Columbus wins the defensive zone draw, and Ian White sends this one from behind his own net, around for Huss, off the wall. Austin Doe chasing after it. Henning has a go off of Doe's stick into the Columbus bench and out of play. 18:45 remaining here in the second, and 1-1, Port Huron and Columbus.
It's funny, every time that puck goes out, you see all the players become officials right now and start pointing on where the face-off.
What'd you think about that move right there, Scott? Jerome Bichard, puck was in the bench, and he tossed it to a fan. He's on the road, though. You got to be okay with it, right?
I'm okay. If he starts tossing those pucks, they cost me $1.25. I don't want to, be losing that money.
I do believe the Husses are actually right behind the Columbus bench. So shout out to Jake's parents in attendance for today's game, coming out all the way from Pittsburgh, PA. Another offsides play here against the Dragons. And we'll do another face-off right in front of the Columbus bench. 18:35 to go in the second.
Sorry, we know Josh's parents are here from Canada.
Petrantonio's.
Able to cross the border.
Petrantonio's all the way from Hamilton, Ontario. And it's interesting when you look at these two teams on the lineup, Scott. Their leading scorers both call Hamilton home. Petrantonio and Dalton J over on the other side for the Prowlers.
Good hockey market.
Of course, right now, Hamilton hosts an OHL team in the CHL, Ontario Hockey League, high-level juniors in Canada. Hamilton Bulldogs, formerly an AHL franchise. Jagger Williamson is involved in a stick battle here with Frisura along the half wall. Frisura will eventually win that. Move it out to center, 2-on-3. Nice move around Petrantonio. Left circle to the middle. Foley, what a save by Rutledge, as that was an active stick in front. Now an effort, and Rutledge paused that one down with Foley causing a screen in front. Port Huron on transition. Very effective right there. Williamson, a backhand feed out ahead here for Jake Krupp. In over the line, drops it back. MJ Graham, left circle to Williamson. That one handcuffed him, and he couldn't get a stick to it. Petrantonio at the red line, couldn't play it to White. Lambden's into the zone left wing circle. Lambden a shot, and that one wide of the glove hand. I tell you what, Scott, I've kind of been noticing behind the play, Petrantonio's a physical defenseman.
He is a physical defenseman. Something else was going on behind play. I'll tell you the next stoppage.
Oh, Petrantonio using the back of the net. Gets around a man, feeds it up ahead to MJ Graham, but both of his skates came in. He lost control, and it's offside. 17:27 to go in the second. We thought Jake Huss would have gone back there because we've seen him play both forward and defense for the Dragons. Petrantonio stepping up, and I mean making an impact. This isn't like, oh, hey, sit on the third pairing and, play a couple of shifts. He's throwing the body, and man, nice move right there using the back of the net to get around a man trying to get him out from behind.
No, he's going to screw up and find himself on D all the time.
Grant Mentis, high slot a shot, and a save made by Simons. That one caught him right on the chest. That'll be an offensive zone draw for Columbus. 17:19 to go in the second. 1-1 our score. Petrantonio playing back on defense as Edgar Zozelinch is suspended for this game after what had transpired last night. Anderson loses the draw there to Moroso, and the Prowlers rim this one around through Vartiainen. Chip play there as Lambden takes a big hit from Schmidt, and Frazier will knock down Stephen Fowler, but he puts it ahead for Moroso. One-on-one, and he scores. Gets around Dalton Anderson and just found enough of an angle to go by Rutledge. 17:08 to go in the second. It's 2-1 Port Huron.
Yeah, I think Jared would rather have that goal back as he was a little back in his net and beat him on the short side there. He could have been screened too. Our defenseman's got to step up and take that player a little bit earlier.
Well, looking back there on it, that was actually a forward back in Dalton Anderson. Now, we can say forward back, but we've seen Josh Petrantonio back, so either way, not your traditional defenseman back there. And whether it was a screen or not, it has gone in low glove on Rutledge. And it is 2-1. Prowlers have their first lead of the game. Jake Huss ties up. Bersani gets it ahead to Doe. Headmanning the rush. Fights through a stick. Doe fires. Shrugged off. Rebound. Bersani through the middle. And nothing doing there. And then Simons got run into by Bersani. Both of them seem to be a little bit worse for wear as they are down, trying to pick themselves back up. We get a whistle, and this could be an offensive zone draw for Columbus. Mike Moroso the goal, the 2:52 mark of the second. His third goal of the year. Cade Lambden and Stephen Fowler will pick up the assist. So Fowler in his 2021-22 debut finds himself on the score sheet tonight.
Well, they're going to move the face-off outside. I thought a Port Huron defenseman shoved our guy into him.
So they rule Bersani ran into Simons and caused the stoppage. No penalties, though. We're still 5-on-5 here. Bersani and Graham, they tie up on it. Bersani will win it back to the defense. Jake Grade gives it there for Vanelli. Vanelli up the way to Bersani, and he'll chip it into the zone. Arnott with it, left wing corner, takes it behind his own net. On the far side wall, Jake Huss tried to tie up a man, and Matt Graham sends it the other way. Good poke right there at the blue line by Vanelli. Johnson checked there by Vanelli as he gains the red. Rutledge has it behind the cage, sends it around, and Austin Doe is double teamed there at the hash marks. Parkhouse takes it off of him, shot blocked by Vanelli, and Jake Grade takes it behind his own net for some support. Grade up ahead, geometry was wrong on the board's pass. Austin Doe couldn't reach it. Now Alex Johnson to an open left wing, and Brendan Parkhouse. He's got it bottom of the circles. His shot, Rutledge held onto the post, and he will cover that one up for a whistle. 16:12 left to go here in the second period. 2-1 our score. River Dragons hockey brought to you all season long by Sherry and her crew of master barbers at Old School Barbershop. 1041 First Avenue in downtown Columbus. They'll be open 10 a.m. on Monday. Call ahead appointments at 706-321-5930 or visit them online, oldschoolbarbershop.com. That's oldschoolbarber.com.
You need to head down there. I'm just saying.
I was just down there a week or so ago. Sherry would take offense to that.
The wind's messing with your hair.
Jay Krupp left circle. You're not wrong about that, especially up here today. Jay Krupp left circle shot, ramped up off of a stick, goes into the netting and out of play. It will be an offensive zone draw here for the Dragons. 16:01 to go here in the second.
You know, I was going to say is Foley and Rutledge were getting into it behind play. We were talking about behind play, and Rutledge gave him a little hernia check, I think, with his stick, and I don't think Foley appreciated that doctor's appointment.
Port Huron wins the draw. Up ahead, Adam Morgan, left circle, a shot kicked away by Rutledge as Petrantonio was trying to keep him wide. Williamson and White, they tie up. A penalty comes up as the referee behind play has his arm up. Simons was the one heading to the bench.
Well, Krupp's going to get the penalty.
And Krupp is going to head off.
Him and Foley got tied up, and I think Krupp got the better the better of it, and I don't know why the official's standing there arguing with it. Shut up and make the call.
So there was a discussion regarding it. We never got the signal.
He doesn't know what he's calling.
Well, he was discussing with Krupp when he was supposed to give the signal in front of the scores table, then he just told it to him verbally. So Krupp, 2 minutes for something. You think it was a stick infraction?
He upended him.
So,
but they were battling. I mean, Krupp just happens to be stronger, which.
So Port Huron wins the offensive zone draw, but splits their defense. Third Houston Clinic penalty kill of the night. Houston Clinic helping the River Dragons get back to full strength. Foley into the zone. Moroso right circled. Played it to the middle. Hit off a skate, and MJ Graham takes the loose puck. Graham 3-on-3 as he hits the line. Right circle. Vartiainen watching after him. MJ Graham now takes it into the near side corner. Chasing after it here is Foley. Those two fall to the ice, Foley and Graham. And Vartiainen will take the change. Send it over to the far side for Henning. Henning for Moroso, 4-on-3 as he hits the line. Dumped in. Justin Schmidt racing after it. He'll pin Foley to the walls. It's between their legs. Vartiainen right point holds it in. Henning left point to the high slot. Fowler turns around. Nothing to shoot at with MJ Graham blocking. Now Vartiainen right circle tries to drive the net. A save made by Rutledge. Rebound, and he was run into there by Dalton Jay. He'll eventually pick himself back up. And now MJ Graham, can he split the defense? Racing in with his puck. He's he's offsides. As he tried to pull it back, but he didn't have the blue line. And a whistle, offsides, and immediate timeout. 14:46 left to go here in the second. 2-1. Port Huron leads here on the Columbus River Dragons Broadcast Network.
Who wants a copy when you can own the real thing? At Heckler & Koch, the foundation for everything we do is an unswerving commitment to excellence. Shooters of Columbus at 4445 Milton Road is your local area premium stocking dealer for all your favorite Heckler & Koch products. They also have an indoor range with rentals available, from rifles and pistols to ammo and holsters. There's no better choice in the firearm business than Heckler & Koch.
We are back here at McMorran Arena in Port Huron, Michigan. River Dragons trail the Prowlers now by a score of 2-1 on Mike Moroso's third goal of the year, scored at the 2:52 mark of this period.
Need longer breaks. I couldn't get a good taste of my Diet Pepsi.
Well, I was going to suggest a beverage for you, Scott, but we've already underway, so I guess we'll get to that to the next stoppage.
I could use a flight.
Parkhouse, that's what I was going with, off the near side. Vanelli will dump this one down, and Johnson with it in the corner of his own end. 43 seconds left in the Houston Clinic penalty kill. River Dragons trail 2-1. Merritt, right wing circle, drops it back for Dalton Jay at the right point. Jay moving it out of the left wing circle, being hounded by Grant Mentis. Jay stops up, left wing hash marks. Pass over to Parkhouse, right point. Down into the bottom of the circles. Johnson now to the high slot. And Dalton Jay has that one go through his stick. And down ice, he'll have to go bid it back in his own end. Johnson, 3-on-3 as he hits the line through the middle. Now gives it up left wing to Matt Graham. Back down into the corner for Johnson. Backhand. Matt Graham lets it go by him to Dalton Jay, left point. Fakes the shot. Graham, one touch. Parkhouse, center point. Shot. Save made. Rutledge right on the chest. Rebound. Cleared away as Jake Grade sends it down ice. 3 seconds left. Krupp standing up in the box.
Very good penalty kill by the Dragons. A real good save by Jared Rutledge.
3 for 3 on the Houston Clinic penalty kill tonight are the Dragons. Henning will kick this one ahead to Matt Graham. Graham 2-on-2 as he hits the line. Left wing side. Graham trying to play that one across the crease. A backhand sauce. And nobody on the other end of the pass. Doe rims it around here for Petrantonio, right wing circle. Petrantonio hit a body as he tried to outlet it. That was through Merritt, and it just came in, out, and in again as Lambden touched it in an offside position. 13:26 to go here in the second. 2-1 our score, and now we can tell you to raise the bar with the next generation of light beer. Flight by Yuengling is easy drinking, clean, crisp, and refreshing. Flight is only 95 calories, 2.6 grams of carbs, and 4.2 alcohol by volume. Sold wherever beer is sold. Flight by Yuengling, the official light beer partner of the Columbus River Dragons. Petrantonio, far circle in his own end, plays that one up the wall. Armstrong chips around Suffredini. Doe trying to help out as well, as Armstrong is tied up, now trying to put it through legs. Still a corner battle between him and Moroso. Doe sticking to the outside here, trying to vulture it out. He looked like he had it for a moment. Now Moroso and Armstrong are in a leg lock. Armstrong emerges with it up the right point. Petrantonio holds in. Rims this one around. Ian White, left wing hash mark, pinching on the play. He holds in. Lambden gives him a check. Moroso gets around Bersani covering. Here's 2-on-1 back. Moroso, right wing circle, looks, fires, blocker save, and the rebound cleared by Petrantonio. For a guy who doesn't play defense, he's heads up on the spot tonight.
He played that perfect. He absolutely played that perfect.
Petrantonio with it on the near side corner. Austin Doe. And now Ian White sends it ahead. MJ Graham plays it into the Port Huron end as Columbus is trying to change behind this. White to Williamson. He'll flip it into the zone, and Columbus can finish off that change. River Dragons couldn't come in on a delayed offside, so the Prowlers will be able to have some space as they attempt to vacate the zone. Vartiainen hits off the stick, falls for Merritt, though. Right wing side, he's in over the line at the hash marks. Drop back for Lambden. Held in center point, Vartiainen. Left circle now for Merritt. Trying to go back to the high slot. Fowler shot. Blocker save made by Rutledge. Rebound from the bottom of the circles. And Merritt sends it all the way up into the netting. And apparently didn't touch anything. So he just got the 60-degree underneath it and puts it into the netting. And we'll do a, well, I thought it was a neutral zone draw based on the pointing. But now the referee is going to have a conference about it. 12:02 left to go here in the second.
Yeah, I thought it was shot directly out, too. Linesman had it. And the guy with the orange armbands decides that he saw better.
We're going to keep this one in the zone. So it'll be face off to the right of Rutledge.
Nice part is we have like 9 guys on the ice.
Yeah, River Dragons, depending on guess where the face-off was going to be, had a different line ready. And now they drop the puck just as they get out of the play. Schmidt chips this one out to center. Gino Mini being bothered by Grant Mentis. Grant Mentis gets it ahead. 2-on-1 with Van Weinsberg. Pass across. Van Weinsberg couldn't handle it as he had a look at goal, but he couldn't pull the trigger. Van Weinsberg holding it in along the half wall. Mini works it away from him to Frisura. Now a cross-ice pass. Merritt trying to take it off the wall, hounding him down Fraziot, and he pokes that one underneath the goal line away from danger. Fraziot will have it to Van Weinsberg. He catches that one clean on the tape. 3-on-2 if the River Dragons hustle. Van Weinsberg, right circle, a shot, ramps up off of a stick and goes to the near corner. Schmidt has it here, starts a cycle with Grant Mentis, lets it go by him, but Vartiainen's in front of Van Weinsberg. Those two now go at it in the corner, a 2-on-2 battle. Van Weinsberg comes out with it to the middle. Anderson a shot, and Mini got his stick in the shooting lane. Fraziot pinching on the play. Matt Graham gets around him, trying to feed Frisura, trying to go one-on-one. He pokes it away from Grade, but it's an angle away towards goal. Frisura's pass knocked up off of a stick, and Fraziot plays that one off the boards. Icing is on, but Krupp is going to win the race, so Simons comes out to play it near corner. Matt Graham gives it to Vartiainen in his own end. Played off of Jagger Williamson's skates, but still fall for Matt Graham. Pass to the middle. Williamson knocked that one away, and now a puck up in the air falls to ice right in front of Jags. Back for MJ Graham. He and Jagger play some catch. MJ Graham with it at the right wing dot. Pass up to the top, and Jake Grade couldn't hold in on Parkhouse. Parkhouse was trying to go around him. Couldn't draw an interference call. Williamson can't filter that through at the blue line to Krupp. Johnson wants to come into the zone, but Dalton Jay was well off sides, and they'll just have to dump that one in with 10.5 to go in the second.
Yeah, we're scrambling our zone here, Zach. We got to get control of the puck. Oh, cheap shot behind play, no call.
Parkhouse with it. He fires a shot. Save made. Rutledge rebound loose in the slot for a moment. Still there. Chance for Moroso. Looks, fires, and that one just wide. Vanelli just now picks himself back up, and Williamson touching the puck will draw the whistle. I didn't see it, Scott. What happened there? Vanelli down for quite a bit and skating off, not exactly under the most power we've ever seen, gingerly towards his own bench. A little unhappy with the Port Huron bench.
Parkhouse gave him a little shot and no call. And who's on their bench yelling? Do they have a coach now?
I think that's Nick Williams, to be honest with you. Tough to see from the back of his head, but the beard might give it away. Nick Williams, who was dressed for last night's game, scratched tonight as Stephen Fowler's into the lineup. Fowler works that back to the left point for Johnson, and he sends it around behind the net. Over on the near side wall, Doe gets body checked there by Moroso. Morgan picks it out of feet. He fires on a glove save made by Rutledge right at the top of his crease, and we get immediate timeout. 9:59 to go in the second. 2-1. Prowlers lead it halfway through tonight's contest here on the Columbus River Dragons Broadcast Network.
Maxillofacial surgeons Mark Sawicki, Lee Allen practice a traditional scope of oral and maxillofacial surgery with over 60 years of combined expertise, ranging from oral pathology to wisdom tooth removal. They perform a full range of dental implant and bone grafting procedures, as well as non-invasive surgical facial cosmetic procedures. That level of expertise is why the River Dragons trust them. Call them in Columbus at 596-1757 or in LaGrange at 884-2655.
We are back here at McMorran Arena in Port Huron, Michigan. 2-1. Prowlers lead the River Dragons. The only goal to speak of in this period. Currently the difference belongs to Mike Moroso at the 2:52 mark here of period 2. Fans, download the Dash app, DASH, free on all Android and iOS devices. Got some great things going on through this week that'll be ending here pretty soon. First of which is a sweet raffle for our Saturday night game coming up against the Carolina Thunderbirds. We've also got 2 team-signed helmets, one from MJ Graham, one from Noah Doyle. Download the Dash app, DASH, free on all Android and iOS devices. Bersani dumps this one into the zone for Columbus. Morgan had it taken off of his stick, but Arnott in support plays it in from the red line. Fowler, near side corner. He's immediately checked into the wall there by White, and fishing that one out is Austin Doe. Filtered it through the legs of Bersani, and he can never get a handle on it. Petrantonio, nice body work there, and he gets it to Bersani. 3-on-2 if the River Dragons hustle, but Fowler, good job there as he prevented a rush, and it's a delayed offsides. Bersani doesn't realize it. Doesn't matter. Puck comes out. Petrantonio lays it all the way back for Fraziot in his own end, and Van Weinsberg gave it away, even missed. Support Huron's got it now. 9:08 to go here in the second. Fraziot stops a rush from developing on that left wing side. Flipped back into the zone by Arnott. Delayed offsides. Prowlers have to touch it up. Fraziot from behind his own net.
And again, we're just getting trapped in our zone, Zach. We're not creating any offense.
Petrantonio with some speed ahead for Dalton Anderson. Trying a little toe drag, knocked off of his stick. Grant Mentis a drive. Anderson looking for a tip, and he whiffed. Finelli with it left point to Van Weinsberg, left circle. Van Weinsberg looking for a little space, filters it to Grant Mentis. He gets knocked down. A penalty coming up here on Arnott. And I believe I could read the lips of Arnott going, "You've got to be kidding me." But tripping is the call as he got his stick in between the legs of Grant Mentis. He goes down, and here comes the first Georgia power play of the night.
Well, and that's what happens when you got speed, Zach, is Grant Mentis, I brought it up 1,000 times. Pleasure to watch skate. And he's not the best, I don't know if he's the best hockey player in the family.
That's right. If you were listening on the pregame show, we talked about his sister, Michaela Grant Mentis, who plays for the Toronto Six in the PHF, the Pro Women's League. Where, get this, she is currently leading the league in points. Williamson won a draw. He split the defense, and Dalton Jay, he's one-on-one with Grade back. Jake Grade, great play as Jay tried to cut it back, and he knocked it away from him. Ian White moves this one up here for Williamson. Power play on for the first time tonight. River Dragons 6th best in the FPHL, 16.9%. Prowlers 2nd best on the penalty kill, 82.2%. So these two teams top 2 in the league in terms of the PK.
Yeah, let's hope we can kind of wreck their stats.
Ian White with this, left wing from the red line, ahead for Krupp. He'll send it around the boards, rim around pass to Williamson in the corner. Behind the net for MJ Graham. Behind the net on the forehand, left wing, plays it up the point. Ian White now D to Grade. At the half wall, Grade fires a shot from Williamson. A save made by Simons, looking around the screen of Krupp. He's able to hold on and give up no rebound. 1:17 left in the Georgia power play. 7:53 to go in period 2. 2-1 our score.
You know, here's the thing, and you're right. It's 2-1. We're not gonna. It's not gonna end 2-1. I mean, this is gonna. Both teams are gonna score some more goals. I thought there'd be more so far. Unfortunately, Port Huron's had more of the better chances.
This one will be won by Port Huron. Merritt won the draw. The Port Huron defense sent it the length of the ice. Fraziot and Vanelli are back there defensively, so Petrantonio's up in a forwards position here on this power play unit. Vanelli, though, had it knocked off his stick by Merritt. Blind pass to the far side of the ice. Vanelli's in on sides with it. Vanelli right wing circle, stopped up at the hash marks, being watched by Johnson. He pins him into the corner boards. Vanelli boxing him out. Austin Doe trying to help out his teammate. This goes away from everybody, and behind the net, Gino Mini can't send it out as Bersani blocked that one down. Bersani to Petrantonio. Now D to D over the right wing circle for Fraziot. Played it weakly into the corner, and Alex Johnson shoots at the length of the ice. 35 seconds remaining in this Georgia power play. Only one shot right now on Simons.
Yeah, Dragons have got one more chance to get something going here.
Fraziot moves this over to Vanelli, left wing side. Vanelli hits the line, 4-on-3, puts it down into the corner, rimmed around. Petrantonio checks Johnson there as that puck stays loose behind the net. Austin Doe with it, right wing circle. Doe drives, fires, glove save made by Simons, who saw that one. Loose at the side of the net. Doe had it, thought about the turnaround, instead walked it back. Fraziot, right point, shot high over the glove and hits the glass behind Simons. Bersani ties up, Doe across, Petrantonio scores! Beauty of a feed. Austin Doe to Josh Petrantonio. Do those guys know where each other is on the ice or what?
You think? I mean, I don't know if they're separated at birth or what, but they absolutely move that puck well, and that's the way to draw up the power play. Right back in it, 2-2. Way to go, Dragons.
4 seconds were left on that minor penalty, so 1 for 1 on the Georgia power play tonight as Petrantonio picks up his 20th goal on the season. We're going to have to look back at Petrantonio's previous stats because, I mean, he could be approaching some career highs in a season, and we're only just now approaching the halfway mark. Here's Van Weinsberg, left circle, his shot. That one blocked away by Henning. Still loose side of the net, popped out in front, and it'll be cleared away by Port Huron. Suffredini gets it ahead to Morgan. 2-on-1 for the Prowlers. Morgan a shot, great save. Made there by Rutledge, made himself look big. High atop his crease, and he'll get the whistle. 6:22 remaining here in the second. 2-2 our score. Petrantonio picks up the goal. Assist from Austin Doe. I think I heard Bersani as well. We'll confirm that in a moment, though.
Jared Rutledge, I mean, that's what you need in a goaltender. You come back and score, and then you give up a 2-on-1. He's right there to close the door.
Vanelli with it, near side corner off the Columbus faceoff win. Grant Mentis had that one go through him. Down the ice it will go. Not enough for icing. Moroso will have to touch it at the bottom of the circles. Moroso blocked there by Grant Mentis on the outlet. He drops it back for Van Weinsberg. Left circle, he's with it, looking for an angle. Shot and an easy stick save made there by Simons. Van Weinsberg gets his own rebound, but tied up with Moroso, and Suffredini gets it ahead, and here's Morgan. Morgan, who had a hat trick in last night's game, to Fowler. Drop back, Suffredini wasn't ready for it, and now Anderson ahead for Grant Mentis. 3-on-2 for the Dragons if they hustle. Grant Mentis, pass across Krupp. He scores! What a feed! Grant Mentis and Jay Krupp just got on the end of that route to tap it home. 3-2, Dragons have the lead.
I love the fact that Grant Mentis was involved in that play again. I've never seen a kid that's hustled and worked so hard, and then he basically he made up the cheeseburger and gave it right there to Krupp, and Krupp able to tap her in. I don't know if there's an easier goal.
That was a well-weighted pass, too, from Grant Mentis. I mean, it was very easy to just send it across back door, but the timing on it, because Krupp had to reach out as he was racing in to try and get at that back door, just got enough. And Jay Krupp, his 11th goal of the year, goals in back-to-back games, has given Columbus now a 3-2 lead.
Well, let's remember something, Zach. That wasn't a true line. Grant Mentis is not on Jay's line. He was able to jump on early, and Grant was able to find him.
Yeah, no, they were in the middle of a line change because now Williamson, Krupp, and Graham are out there off this draw. Johnson fires from an acute angle, and that one easily shouldered down by Rutledge. Now here comes Williamson ahead for Graham, trying to get around Parkhouse. MJ Graham from the bottom of the circles, steered wide, pass to the middle. Oh, Krupp just overskated it, nearly had a second right there. Williamson gloves one down, puts it on his stick in the neutral zone. Williamson, fancy handles, high slot, then overhandled the puck as he ends up putting it back out into neutral ice. Parkhouse in front of the penalty boxes, delayed offside. Prowlers can't touch it. Williamson knocks it over to the near side wall where Dalton Jay will have it at the red line. A chip ahead to Matt Graham. Petrantonio, good block, getting in the way of that one and sending it out to center. 5 minutes left to go here in the second. 3-2. River Dragons currently have the lead. Pass across the blue line. Friseur is in on side. Right circle, backhand feed, and a stick save made by Rutledge. That one was weak. Petrantonio ahead for MJ Graham. In his feet, he'll chip it ahead. Linesman inadvertently getting in the way, but still got to Austin Doe anyways. Williamson, left point, slows it up. Ooh, that one caught Vartiainen off of his stick onto his chiclets, and he's all right and back at it. Foley there knocks it back into his own zone, and Vartiainen going to have to race after it. And he's being watched by Austin Doe. Vartiainen spins it back. I imagine wants to get back to that bench quickly. And he's taking some time as Frisura has it behind his own net. Frisura to Foley, skating this one ahead right wing. He's got Merritt in the middle. Foley a shot, sticked away by Rutledge into the netting, and it goes out of play. We should get our immediate timeout right here, just waiting for the buzzer. There it is. 4:13 left to go in the second. 3-2. River Dragons now lead here on the Columbus River Dragons Broadcast Network.
King Claw is one of the most popular destinations for seafood enthusiasts. King Claw is inspired by the Viet Cajun elegance of boiled and bagged seafood that holds all the juicy flavor of the ocean. Then we had our very unique mixture of the best spices that take the to another level. We can confirm that you won't find our flavor anywhere else. We collect the freshest seafood, prepare them as you order, and we encourage you to grab your hand in the bag to enjoy the heavenly taste of our signature seafood combinations. We believe that having quality and fresh foods with friends and family is the best feeling in the world. Come, open up a bag and enjoy the best seafood in town where the ultimate juiciness waits for you. Call 706-507-3845 to order.
We are back here at the McMorran Arena. Port Huron, Michigan, where the River Dragons have a 3-2 lead over the Prowlers. Just over 4 minutes to go here in the Wild Animal Safari second period. Vartiainen knocks one away at the red line. Doesn't seem any worse for wear after taking that puck to the face earlier in the last shift.
No, he's hockey tough, Zach.
Frisura sends this. Bersani intercepts. Nice dangle on 1 and 2, and a penalty coming up here is Bersani's second dangle. He got caught up with the legs, and thankfully he seems to be okay as he picks himself back up. It could have been some scary leg-on-leg, knee-on-knee type stuff, and Justin Schmidt coming over, making sure there's no funny business as Gino Mini will go sit 2 minutes for tripping on that one.
Boy, anytime you throw that leg out, it's I don't think he went after him, but it's a dirty play because, first of all, you got beat.
Yep.
And instead of using your stick and just tripping the guy, you can blow a knee out. I hate that play.
3:51 to go in the second. Second Georgia power play of the night. River Dragons 1 for 1. Josh Petrantonio's power play goal at the 13:20 mark. By the way, we'll catch you up on scoring summary here in a little bit, but 2 goals, 54 seconds apart. Have the River Dragons in front 3-2, one from Petrantonio, one from Krupp. Tell you about it in a minute. Bersani wins this draw. Bergeau gets over to Vanelli. His shot and a shoulder save made there by Simons. Lambden chips this one up, still in play along the boards. Bersani gives it back to Vanelli. Vanelli, far side circle, ahead here for Bersani. 2-on-2 with Doe. Petrantonio creeping in on that far left wing. Bersani off the wall to Doe, right wing corner. Back to Bersani, right wing hash marks. Bersani looking for a passing lane, moves down to the corner, off the wall to Frejot, D to D, Vanelli, one-timer, and a pad save made by Simons, extending to his right. Parkhouse finds this one off the boards, dumps it down the length of the ice. 1:20 left to go here in the Georgia power play.
Not bad puck movement, Zach, so we'll keep working on the power play.
Vanelli, left wing, in over the line, 4-on-4, moves it down into the corner. On the backhand, he emerges from behind the net, tried a little flip pass to Doe. That one was off kilter, and Lambden dumps it, and look out, Matt Graham gets around Frejot. Graham in all alone, backhand, what a save made by Rutledge. Tried a couple of fake shots, moved to the backhand to try and open up Rutledge, and Jared kept the pad down and keeps this game where it's at, 3-2, with 59 seconds still left to go, and the minor penalty picked up by Mini.
Yeah, the puck got on edge on Frejot, and he, I don't know. I don't know if he panicked a little bit there, but again, thankfully, Jared Rutledge able to stop the breakaway.
Faceoff coming to the right of Rutledge. Port Huron with the offensive zone draw despite being shorthanded. Williamson wins it, and White takes it behind his own net and looks to set up here. Grade skating it out. Williamson, nice deke around 1. Now Dalton J trying to bother him for the puck. Williamson just taps it into the zone. Columbus couldn't get on the end of it. Matt Graham intercepted by Williamson at the red line. He'll soft chip it in. Jay Krupp racing after it. Arnott just a step in front of him, though. All right, this one dumped down the near side boards. Alex Johnson. And Rutledge will have to slow it up here. Under 30 seconds to go in the Georgia power play.
I'm going to tell you the last 30 seconds, not very pretty. Come on, Dragons.
Jake Grade skates this one into the neutral zone, gains the red, dumps it in behind the net. Johnson first on it there. MJ Graham trying to bother him for the puck. Johnson a backhand scoop. Down the ice it goes, end over end. And Rutledge slows it up bottom of the circles. He tries a long stretch pass. Krupp, nice backhand touch into the zone. And it's a whistle as Simons will cover it up. Now a linesman had his arm up as if offsides might have been on here against Graham. But Simons covered it up. And if Graham was in an offsides position, he really shouldn't have been there, but I think Columbus is going to get an offensive zone draw out of this, Scott.
Yeah, I think. I don't know what the question was. Why did he have his arm in the air?
Well, if he had it for delayed offsides, this has to come outside. I think they've come to realize that.
I thought he was.
If Graham's in an offside position, hasn't touched up, he can't force that whistle, so you can't gain the territory,
right?
As you said earlier. So that's why this one gets brought out to the neutral zone. 2 seconds left.
I thought maybe the linesman had a question. That's why his arm was in the air.
And the penalty to Gino Mini. Puck is dropped, and he's a free man. 1 for 2 on the Georgia power play tonight are the Dragons. 1:45 remaining here in the middle frame. Dustin Henning skates this one ahead. Henning left wing side, 4-on-4 as he hits the line. Jumps around Frejot as he dumps it in. Behind the net, Schmidt just lined up Merritt as that puck got to him, and Columbus takes possession of it here. Van Weinsberg chipping this one off the wall. Justin Schmidt at the red line. Right wing dumps it in. Stick save made there by Simons. Johnson off the glass. Anderson reached up, gloved it out of the air. Johnson trying to work it now to the near side wing. He'll get the legs moving. Bunched up, 3-on-3 as he hits the line left wing. Johnson at the hash mark. Anderson watching over him. Johnson to the middle. Merritt couldn't handle it. Otherwise, he was all alone in the slot. Left point, Frisura. Wave and a miss, but got Grant Mentis to bite. That one goes off of Fraziot's skates. Grant Mentis will have it now. Play to the middle. Off a stick. Goes back to MGM. And he will look to play that one into the zone. Big hit as Frisura lines him up and an arm goes up into the air. Van Weinsberg dumps him down and a penalty comes up on this. Both goaltenders race to their benches because Rutledge saw the arm up on the Frisura hit. Simons realized there was a penalty up because the referee in his zone had his arm up, and he didn't hear it, and he knew his guy's head behind him. Both goalies raced off. Finally, we got the whistle.
Yeah, we had that issue in Columbus. Was it last year?
Last year in a game against Carolina.
Yeah,
that one was a fun one.
Not end very well.
So that one could have been disastrous, but 52.6 left to go in the second. Frisura will sit 2 minutes for boarding. And now we are back on the Georgia power play for the River Dragons. By the way, here's your scoring summary. Petrantonio power play goal, 13:20 mark, assisted by Doan Bersani, his 20th of the year. And then Jay Krupp, his 11th of the year, 54 seconds later. Grant Mentis and Vanelli picked up the assist there. As mentioned, the power play goal has the River Dragons at 1 for 2 as they start up their third Georgia power play of the night.
And Grant Mentis is okay, despite getting run from behind into the boards.
Johnson sends that one off the glass on the Port Huron win, and down the ice it will go. 27-25 shots on goal right now in favor of Port Huron on the Heckler & Koch shot counter. River Dragons looking to rectify that. Vanelli comes in over the line, left wing circle, got some space to the middle, and Austin Doe just got that one to flip up on edge on him, and he put it high, still on the glass though as it's in play. But man, Austin Doe sitting pretty there. He doesn't miss too many of those. Fraziot to the middle, Bersani, he scores! Hunter Bersani let one go from just inside the right hash in the slot, and it leaks through Simons. Another power play goal. It's 4-2.
Listen, I think maybe the hockey gods worked this out there with that hit. They didn't like that hit because, a play like that, I barely saw that pass or the shot. Normally what happens is that doesn't make it through. It made it through. It's in the back of the net. I thought he was going to try and go to the point, and what a great play, and it worked.
Hunter Bersani, his 10th goal of the year. Another power play tally as well. 2 for 3 tonight on the man advantage for Columbus.
And you know what we're able to do?
What was that?
Score under a minute and get it back. That's a huge goal. Plus you go up by 2.
21.5 left to go in the second. It's 4-2. They drop the puck at center ice between Graham and Bersani. It's tied up in their feet. Port Huron emerges with it. Arnott trying to play it into the zone. Doe kicked it back. Parkhouse from the red line shoots this one in. Rutledge from behind the net gives it up. Vanelli got stood up there. 8 seconds left to go in the period. Columbus with the advantage in the possession right now. Bersani stood up by Parkhouse, but the puck goes down into the neutral zone. Parkhouse on top of Bersani. Arm goes up. Vanelli's going to tackle Parkhouse. We've got a penalty on this, but we're going to have a dog pile. Johnson comes rushing in. He wants a piece of somebody. Rutledge is holding up Arnott. Simons is going to come cruising over just to play peacekeeper, it looks like. He doesn't look too interested in scrapping with Rutledge, but everyone's going to pick a dance partner as we are through 40 minutes of play. But we had a heck of a scrum right there as Parkhouse was all over Bersani. An arm went up, and then Vanelli just absolutely launched at Parkhouse. So I have to imagine it's going to get evened up.
You know what? You said something about Johnson coming over. Who's the first guy standing out by the blue line? Johnson. He is fake tough, Zach. I hate to call him out, but every time a scrum, he goes and grabs a guy from behind. He's going to get tough with him, and then now he's standing out by the blue line. I'm sorry. I hate the guy.
So Petrantonio and Henning, the two captains, will skate across. Referees are ushering Port Huron off of the ice as both teams awkwardly here at McMorran Arena have to actually exit the same tunnel.
They do. This is not a good setup at this point.
So Port Huron has to go off the ice. Columbus has to wait for them to clear, and the captains are still talking with the referees about what happened out of all of that. So we're going to have some penalties to talk about.
You got to guess they're going to be close to even. They got the original, then we got the...
I saw the arm up on about the second or third when Parkhouse was on top of Bersani, and then just as soon as the arm went up, Vanelli, just launched at Parkhouse. So you got to imagine.
Let the boys play.
That's going to be evened up. We'll probably be 4-on-4, but we'll wait until we get the official word to tell you. Columbus is now allowed to exit the ice surface, and that means for us, we get to take a break. When we come back, we will recap a very exciting middle frame as Justin Schmidt, it looks like, gave a puck to the crowd on his way out. Just doing a little crowd work.
You know what? Give away all the Port Huron's pucks. Maybe you can bankrupt them that way.
Oh, my goodness. Let's take a break. When we come back, McDonald's second intermission report after this on the Columbus River Dragons Broadcast Network.
For quality dental work, look no further than Largeman Dental in Columbus, the River Dragon's trusted oral care provider. Largeman Dental provides cleaning services, restorative work, cosmetics, prosthetics, and Invisalign braces too. Dr. Largeman has over 19 years of clinical experiences in all phases of dentistry and holds memberships in 4 different esteemed dental societies. Set your next appointment by calling 706-322-6581 or visit them online at largemandental.com.
We know that juicy, cheesy, grilled to perfection burger sounds amazing, but it does sound like something is missing. Pepsi, baby! The yin to this burger's yang. Burgers and Pepsi go together like burgers and Pepsi. This perfect blending of flavors makes every bite of lettuce, every sesame seed on the bun, and every sip of that crisp, refreshing, ice-cold cola a journey to Foodtopia. Burgers, better with Pepsi. That's what I like.
Is that the sound of an ooey gooey cheesy crunchy slice of P-I-Z-Z-A? Obviously, but as good as that sounds, we think it can get even better. Oh yeah, that's the sound of a freshly opened fizz-filled Pepsi. The only thing that can take this flavor medley of crunchy dough, mouth-watering cheese, and savory sauce to the next level. How about another bite? Pepsi and pizza sound like a match made in heaven and taste even better. Pizza, better with Pepsi. That's what I like.
Looking to bring the whole crew out to a game? Group nights are for you. Groups of 10 or more get special ticket pricing, exclusive merchandise, and experience add-ons that will make your game at the Civic Center a night to remember. For more information on group rates and packages, visit ourdragons.com/tickets or call our ticketing manager at 706-940-0476. Ask about all the great perks we can provide your group. Work friends, family functions, there's no group too big for us to handle, but it starts by visiting ourdragons.com/tickets.
Hi, Grandma. Can Nina come over for dinner?
Sure. I've been meaning to ask you, what would happen if someone offered you a drink?
Grandma!
If anyone ever does, I want you to say, no, I have too much respect for my family and I don't want to get in trouble.
I promise, Grandma.
They really do hear you. For tips on what to say, visit underagedrinking.samhsa.gov. That's underagedrinking.samhsa.gov. This message brought to you by SAMHSA and this station.
We are back here at McMorran Arena in Port Huron, Michigan. River Dragons with a 4-2 lead through 40 minutes of play, and we're on the McDonald's second intermission report. I'm Zach DeBozart. He's Scott Brand. Scott, before we get to all that craziness at the end of the period, because they're still updating the penalties, so we don't know exactly what the on-ice advantage will be to start the third, let's talk about the River Dragons power play coming to life. 2 power play goals in this one. Special teams has 3 of the 4 goals when you factor in Frazia's shorty in the first.
Well, yeah, I mean, listen, the power play seems to be, it's either really on or it's just, hey, we're going to waste 2 minutes of time. First one, what a play. Josh Petrantonio right there on the doorstep, bang it home, and then we just score off the other one. And that's good to see. And we're not. The other thing we're not doing, particularly with Port Huron, is giving up chances we're on the power play, because they're the team that leads the league in sure-handed opportunities.
Port Huron did get the first goal in the period and had the lead as Mike Moroso at the 2:52 mark with assists to Lambden and Fowler. What I remember about that goal, Scott, was both Lambden and Fowler took hits to make passes to get the puck up. The old adage, take a hit to make a play. That happened twice on that goal for Moroso.
Listen, both teams have gotten pucks in the face. Both teams have gotten hard hits against the boards, and half has taken hits to make plays. And it's a good hockey tough game. I mean, you got to be a man to play the sport.
And then Columbus struck back not once but twice in a span of 54 seconds. Petrantonio, that first power play goal, just what a setup from Austin Doe. Those two know each other so well. Petrantonio's 20th goal of the year. And then how about Marquise Grant-Mentis? Nicely weighted pass. Jake Krupp just got to the back door in time, slides it home. Those 2 goals, less than a minute apart, gave Columbus a 3-2 lead.
Perfect timing on a line change. And then Grant, don't forget, he took a hit to wait and make that pass too. I mean, that's great hockey. And again, it's good to see the Dragons come out this period They dominated the first period, only had one goal to show for it, then they gave up a late one, and they lost the lead. And, you could have mailed it in, but no, they came back, played a very strong period.
Now here's the part where we are still piecing together everything. 1938 mark, Hunter Bersani, a power play goal, his 10th of the season. That's what has the game sitting at 4-2, and River Dragons 2 for 3 on the Georgia power play. But we didn't even catch the assists on the Bersani goal before all that craziness happened over on the far side. Parkhouse on top of Bersani gave him a whole bunch of cross checks. And from my angle, I don't know if the camera caught it, but from my angle, I saw the arm go up in about the second or third, and then as soon as that arm was up, Vanelli just launched at him. My guess, those two sit, maybe you grab a couple of extras, and it's 4-on-4, but we're still trying to figure that out here in the middle of the intermission. Scott, your assessment and maybe a prediction on what sort of advantage strength the team will have going into the third.
I think you're exactly right. I think it should be even up, maybe 4-on-4 or 5-on-5 all wash. He took 3 straight shot cross checks to the head, and then finally teammates stuck up for him as well. He should.
Well, we will see about that. We're going to take another break, hopefully update all of our scoring sheets. I think the off-ice officials, if I'm looking across the way there, they seem to have everything sorted out and are figuring it out. So we will relay that information to you as we get it. We will also tell you around the FPHL, brought to you by Zelmos, as that comes up next on the McDonald's Second Intermission Report. Don't go anywhere. We're back after this on the Columbus River Dragons Broadcast Network.
At the Country Inn & Suites by Radisson, you'll enjoy comfortable accommodations close to Columbus State University, Fort Benning, and of course, the River Dragons games. Conveniently located at 1720 Fountain Court in Columbus, you'll be minutes away from all your favorite Columbus destinations. Free high-speed Wi-Fi and hot breakfast always available too. So whether you're staying for business or for pleasure, make your next stay in Columbus a comfortable one at the official hotel partner of the River Dragons, Country Inn & Suites by Radisson.
Let Shredaway, a division of the Overby Company, take care of all your document shredding needs. We can design a custom shredding program for your business today. No need to purchase equipment, no maintenance expenses, no need to prepare records for destruction, increase employee productivity, increase security, no worry. Was it really destroyed? Right now, all new customers can receive 10% off. Shredaway, a division of the Overby Company, locally owned and operated in downtown Columbus. That's Shredaway, 706-577-9668.
Stay up to date with everything Columbus River Dragons by following the team on social media. Stay in the know with all the team news on Facebook and Instagram. Get live in-game updates via Twitter. And of course, catch every game on the YouTube page. Following is easy. Search at @C_River Dragons on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube. It's never been easier to stay in the loop with your favorite hockey team. So what's stopping you? Drop us a fun comment or send us a message and we may just feature you on the feeds. That's @C_River Dragons on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube.
Welcome back into McMorran Arena here in Port Huron, Michigan. Going to be a little close and in tight because we are still working through the penalties. And interestingly, I think they might have messed something up on the goal call because right now on the Federal Hockey site, it actually lists Austin Doe as that goal from Bersani and Fraziot. Unless Doe got a tip somewhere on the back door, but that seemed to go through Simons and in from our view. And again, usually one of those things where you can tell who got the goal. Bersani led the line down for the River Dragons, so we assume it's his goal. It's his 10th. Right now it's credited to Doe for his 19th. Either way, it'll get credited to the right person at the end of the day. And 4-2, the River Dragons had the lead out of it. It actually looks like Columbus will be sitting on the Houston Clinic penalty kill to start up the Houston Clinic third period. Hunter Bersani and Adam Vanelli each have roughing minors, and Brendan Parkhouse has a rough. Not sure how Bersani picks up a rough from being cross-checked down on by Parkhouse. Again, unless something extra happened and they wanted to give it back. Still seemed to me like it could have been 4-on-4, but we'll see what they do as there's still about 10 minutes or so left here in the intermission report. You'll pardon me while I have to look away from here. We're about to talk about Around the FPHL, brought to you by Zelmo Zippin. Zelmo's, fueling life's passions. We started up in Carolina. This game started at 6:05, so we're getting down to it. In fact, it has just gone final. The Thunderbirds pick up the win over the Delaware Thunder. No scoring in that third period of play, so 4-1 Carolina gets the win. Everett Thompson, Gus Ford, and Dawson Baker, the 3 stars of that game, each with multi-point nights, a goal, and an assist apiece. Over in Connecticut, the Danbury Ice Arena, the Binghamton Black Bears at the Danbury Hat-Tricks. Right now, back and forth game in this one. Danbury took the lead. Dustin Jasso 1-0. Because remember, this game's been delayed. We started roughly at about the same time as here in Port Huron. Listed start time, that is. But there's only 5 minutes or so gone in the second period. Despite all that, it is 4-3 Binghamton. So a lot of scoring in this one. Jasso first, and then Tyler Jurich made it 1-1. Binghamton ties it up through him, but Steve Mealy, with 49 seconds left in the period on the power play, makes it 2-1. 26 seconds into the second, Eric Oganesov makes it 2-2 as Binghamton scores right back. Mealy would get his seconds, doing some quick math, 46 seconds later, and then 39 seconds after him, Gavin Abbott makes it 3-3 Binghamton, and Binghamton's Kyle Powell on the power play. He has the last goal in this one. That makes it 4-3 Black Bears with, again, about 15 minutes and some change left to go here in the second period. Quickly, we take a look. That's Around the FPHL, brought to you by Zelmo Zippin. Zelmo's the official fuel provider of the Columbus River Dragons. Now time to take a look at the SPHL and the Southern Hockey scoreboard. All 10 teams in action, the maximum in the 11-team SPHL. Quad City is off tonight. And unfortunate, looks like we might have lost connection back to the SPHL site. So we might not have that for you here right now. Apologies for that, but hey, that's the fun of live TV, I do suppose. We'll take a break. When we come back, we'll see if we can't get those Southern Hockey scoreboard scores for you. We'll also bring Scott Brand back in on it, and we will talk about the Houston Clinic third period, which comes up after this on the Columbus River Dragons Broadcast Network.
At Texas Roadhouse, we're famous for our hand-cut steaks, fall-off-the-bone ribs, made-from-scratch sides, ice-cold beer, and our irresistible fresh-baked bread. We take great care in everything we prepare, served with big smiles at a great value. Visit us at 2970 North Lake Parkway in Columbus, or call ahead seating at 706-323-6616. Curbside takeout available, too. We're proud to be your hometown favorite and are always focused on providing legendary food and legendary service. Texas Roadhouse.
The Chattahoochee favorite place for spirits in the valley is John Emerald Distilling Company in Opelika. Conveniently located in beautiful downtown Opelika, they're open Monday through Saturday for tours, tasting, and bottle sales. Not in Opelika? No problem. From Birmingham to Columbus, there's plenty of places where John Emerald originals are sold. Check out some of their favorite recipes at johnemeralddistilling.com and give them a follow on social media at JED Spirits on Twitter and Instagram.
Progress. It's the belief that your life should be easier, that life should be fun, and that the best is yet to come. With us, you have a provider who pours everything into bringing progress home. And it's not just some big name in a faraway glass tower. That provider is here. That provider is Beam. With local service and faster internet, the only place you're going is forward. And we're taking you there. Progress. Your Beam. Your way.
It's River Dragon season, and it's time to get out to a game. Visit Ticketmaster or the Civic Center box office to purchase tickets to the next game or any game left this season. Visit ourdragons.com to check the schedule and stay up to date with everything River Dragons hockey. The defending Ignite Cup champions are looking to keep their winning ways, and you can be part of the best atmosphere in the FPHL to help make it happen. Purchase tickets online on Ticketmaster or skip the fees and visit the Columbus Civic Center box office during normal business hours. Get up and get loud, Columbus. The River Dragons are ready to roar.
Welcome back in here to McMorran Arena in Port Huron, Michigan. We're on the McDonald's Second Intermission Report. Shout out to Peasold Family, the management group, and our local Chattahoochee Valley area McDonald's as they present a 4 for $48 deal. 4 tickets, 4 hats, and 4 meals at any local Chattahoochee Valley area McDonald's. Coming up, you can use this offer for the Saturday 22nd game of January against Carolina Thunderbirds. Call 706-507-4625 for more details or visit ourdragons.com/MCD-deal. I'm Zach DeBozart. He's Scott Brand. Scott, from my guess, reading the box score, we're actually going to be on the Houston Clinic penalty kill to start this third period of play. And that's not been confirmed yet because they haven't put any time yet up on the scoreboard. But if it is, obviously huge because you want to preserve the 2-goal lead you picked up at the end of the second.
If it is, it's a huge miscarriage of justice, but that shouldn't shock us in the Federal Hockey League. Here's the thing is, who cares? Deal with what you got to deal with, kill it off. And we're going to have to pump at least one more goal in, I think.
I get the feeling it might be like that. Obviously, these games very offensive-based, but Jared Rutledge, I think he's been phenomenal. That period especially faced 18 shots compared to the 9 he faced in last period. Right now, 25 saves on 27 shots for him. Very good night between the pipes for
You know what? It's not so much the 18 shots. It's probably the 4 where he saved a goal. I mean, Jared Rutledge has been called on. I thought the first goal he could have had. After that, though, he has absolutely kept us in this game and allowed us to take the lead.
Quick thoughts before we head into the Houston Clinic third period, where the River Dragons got to do to seal away these 3 points.
We got to stay out of the crap. I mean, listen, Port Huron's going to come out. They're going to play physical. They've shown that they'll take shots behind the play. Stay out of it. Play our game. And you know what? Put the puck in the net, and at the end of the game, you'll be the winner.
River Dragons 4, Prowlers 2. This concludes the McDonald's second intermission report. When we come back, it's time for the Houston Clinic third period. Up next on the Columbus River Dragons Broadcast Network.
In 1999, Watley Convenience Stores opened its first Zelmo Zip-In. Our first store was in Leesburg, Georgia, and followed quickly by our second store in the Columbus, Phoenix City area in 2000. Since then, the brand has grown to include 11 stores in the Chattahoochee Valley and Southwest Georgia. Zelmo's is an anchor in the communities it operates in. Our managers, employees, and vendors are all an integral part of the neighborhoods and communities we serve. We are proud to call these areas home and plan to continue growing with and serving the communities of West Georgia and East Alabama. Zelmo's, fueling life's passions.
Looking to update that hockey game day wardrobe? The best place to do that is to visit the online home for all River Dragons licensed apparel, ourdragonsmerch.com. With new designs coming out all the time and special promotional and sale offers always live, there's always a reason to check back to the site and score some new gear. Plus, lots of fun souvenirs and other knickknacks that make great gifts for all sorts of occasions. So get there to ourdragonsmerch.com, the official store for all team licensed apparel. That's ourdragonsmerch.com.
Social distancing slows the spread of coronavirus, so if you have a fever, dry cough, and shortness of breath, call your healthcare provider before going in. More info at coronavirus.gov. Let's all do our part, because we're all #AloneTogether. Brought to you by the Ad Council.
We are back here at McMorran Arena in Port Huron, Michigan, just awaiting our teams to get on out to start this third period of play. I guess we'll give you the Southern Hockey scoreboard right now, since we couldn't during our on-air segment when it was supposed to be. Right now, Knoxville leads Macon 3-2, 8:38 left to go in the third. Roanoke up 2-1 on Fayetteville, 17:11 left to go in the third there. And the third of that series is being moved to earlier in February with the impending snowstorm to the Mid-Atlantic area. Through 20 minutes of play in Huntsville, they and Evansville are scoreless. Birmingham a 1-0 leader over Pensacola. They're about to start the second period. And also through 20 minutes, Vermilion County and Peoria are tied at 1. River Dragons back out onto the ice. Now they are joined by the Prowlers, and the intermission clock is winding down, and this will let us know exactly what's going to happen with these penalties. Again, if we were reading the box score correctly from when it was updated, Columbus should be on the Houston Clinic penalty kill if what is on there right now is to be believed.
Well, if that happens, our affiliates down the line might want to put that 10-second delay on, because that would be the biggest miscarriage of justice there is. But everything that's gone on the last 2 days wouldn't shock, actually, the last 3 years.
Well, Bersani just stepped into the box. He is a little bit upset about it. Vanelli is also going in with him. 2 minutes.
What did you get, 2 minutes for receiving?
I guess. 2 minutes up on the board. Unless he did something afterwards where we weren't really paying attention and everybody was tied up, but Parkhouse takes his place in the Port Huron penalty box. 2 Dragons, 1 Prowler. Math tells you it'll be a 2-minute power play. Coming up here for Port Huron, good news is it doesn't start in the offensive zone. It starts at center ice as we are about ready to drop puck on this Houston Clinic third period. River Dragons left to right in the road white jerseys, sash Columbus on the chest, white helmets, black shoulders and black pants. Prowlers in the home blacks, the big Prowler logo on the chest, red helmets, red sleeves, white numbers, and red pants. They go right to left. Prowlers have won the opening draw of the third, and we are underway. Suffredini moves this over to Merritt at the left point. This one gets chipped into the zone. Grade with it in the corner, sends it behind the net for Frazier. A backhand flip, and Johnson just able to hold it in. Now Anderson trying to get around him. Grant Mentis, a little bit of space, 2-on-1. Grant Mentis, left circle, waits up, fires, and a save made there by Simons as he will hold on for a whistle. Coming up to his right, 19:35 left to go here in the third, 25 seconds gone in the Houston Clinic penalty kill, fourth of the night for the Dragons.
Smart play by Grant Mentis. Waiting, seeing what the defense was going to do. He had a chance to take a shot, does.
Face off to the right of Simons. Anderson wins it, but Port Huron with anticipation takes it away. Johnson nearly passed that back to his netminder. Good thing Suffredini was in the right place at the right time. Johnson sends this over to the left wing side to Merritt. He has to slow up to take the pass, and then his recovery feed was taken away by Grant Mentis, but he blows a tire. Now Jayen over the line, left wing circle, fires, glove save, knocked down by Rutledge, and Frazier sends it the length of the ice with 1:10 left to go in the power play for Port Huron.
What I liked about that play was when it was coming in, our winger, I can't see who that was, grabbed his man and tied his stick up.
Matt Graham lost his stick, and then Petrantonio, who knocked it away trying to sweep the puck, inadvertently hit Williamson with that debris. Luckily, Jagger's okay. He's in on this rush with M.J. Graham, 2-on-3. M.J. Graham cutting it over to the right wing circle, fires one off the side of the net. Jagger Williamson trying to race after it to kill more time. Prowlers get in front of him, but they dump it down into the Columbus zone, and Petrantonio will have it here on the near circle.
Excellent penalty kill so far.
Williamson gets one ahead to M.J. Graham. He's 1-on-1, but Vartiainen backs up into him and gets the hit to force the turnover. 30 seconds left in the Port Huron power play. Moroso sends it back. Vartiainen a blast and a stick save made there by Rutledge. Man, Vartiainen, such a quick shot. And Rutledge tall to the task right there. Moroso, left point, red, intercepted M.J. Graham. He's trying to go on a race, but Moroso recovered in time to get back. A dozen seconds left in the man advantage.
Graham was at the end of his shift, but a good job and great job of working that box, boys.
Moroso 3-on-3 as he hits the line, bunched up, right wing side, dangles around a couple, but lost the puck as it trailed through the crease. Arnott holds in left point. D-to-D over for Vartiainen, down into the corner for Fowler. Out of the box comes Vanelli. He had the one that was outstanding. 4 for 4 on the Houston Clinic penalty kill. Now Doe with Vanelli, 2-on-1. Doe to Vanelli, high slot, all alone, he scores! Adam Vanelli! Maybe some hockey karma right there for the power play to Port Huron. Sees Vanelli bury one early in the third, and it's 5-2.
Well, you know what? You almost take it as a shorthanded goal, Zach, because again, we read the play, we waited. Not sure who the defenseman was that threw it up ice. I'm sure you're going to get that assist there. But what a great play, and you turn it into a 2-on-1. That's a huge goal. You got a 3-goal lead now.
Looking at who was on the ice after the line just concluded, I think that might be Frazier. And if it is, what a night Frazier is having. That should be, if it is him, that is his third point of the night, a goal and 2 assists. What a day he has been having. Adam Vanelli, their most recent goal scorer, backhands this one in from the red line. 5-2. Columbus now in front. Vanelli holds this one in at the left point. Rims down behind the net for Alex Johnson. He gets checked there by Huss. Still holds the puck on his stick. Goes around the boards. Far side half wall. Frisura can't get it out. Vanelli a blast. Well wide of the blocker hand. Simons lets it go through. Morgan, nice filter pass. Frisura up ahead. Lambton, good read by Jake Grade. Knocks it away, and it's a delayed offside. The Prowlers can't touch it here. Grade sends this one to an open left wing. Vanelli's with speed ahead, left circle. He fires. And a block right there. Dustin Henning, we caught the worst of that. He's hunched over right in front of his netminder. Bersani, good counter check laid onto Frisura. Van Weinsberg to the middle. Oh, and Vanelli had gone back to a defensive posture. Now he's heading off for a change. If he would have been there in the slot, he had another golden opportunity. Grant Mentis, right circle, took a hit, knocked him off timing with Van Weinsberg, who comes in off sides. And we get a whistle, 16:50 left to go in period 3.
The last thing you want to do is play the prevent. I know in football, you give the guys yardage, but don't. You keep the pedal down, and you keep trying to pump as many goals in as you can.
You know what they say about prevent defense, Scott.
Prevent you from winning.
Face-off coming in front of the Port Huron bench. Anderson ties up with Graham. Second effort, and the Prowlers have it won. Suffredini in his own end for Henning. Still toughing out this shift. Suffredini moves it ahead to Graham. Now left wing to Parkhouse, who's in over the line 3-on-3. Parkhouse, a shot. Jay offered one on the back door, but a swing and a miss from him. Now Henning, he whiffed on the puck. Van Weinsberg trying to chip it up ahead. Parkhouse did a good job preventing Grant Mentis from getting there, and Columbus ran out of real estate, had to put it in on a delayed offsides. Dalton Jay with it. Grant Mentis racing after him as he'll dump it in left wing corner. White from behind the net. Jay puts a check onto him. Puck falls free. Petrantonio with it here. Grant Mentis, nice move, gets around one. Another penalty coming up here against Port Huron as Grant Mentis got hauled down right there by Suffredini. It's another penalty, working hard. He has drawn it. 16-10 to go in the third. 5-2 our score. Fans, Fort Benning, Harley-Davidson, and the Columbus River Dragons have teamed up for a $50K giveaway at a River Dragons hockey game this season. Simply text FB-WIN to 55678 before March 13th to be entered for a chance to shoot from center ice and win $50,000. For full rules and contest details, stop into Fort Benning, Harley-Davidson on Williams Road or visit FortBenningHD.com. $50,000 could be yours this season, but only if you text to enter now, FBWIN to 55678.
Hold on a second.
No, you're not eligible. Williamson wins the draw, but Johnson takes it away between the centerman's feet. Johnson up ahead with Jay. They're bunched up. He drops it back for Jay. White holding him off wide. Grade now pinches him off and stops that rush as Jay Krupp takes it on the half wall. Krupp's outlet knocked off of Matt Graham, and Grade fires it back into neutral ice. And Matt Graham just in.
It's offsides.
It is offsides as Jay, I guess, ended up touching that puck. We heard the off. We didn't see the linesman's arm up. Either way, offsides against the Prowlers. 15:48 left to go in the third. A minute 39 of Georgia power play time still. 2 for 3 already tonight, and we didn't mention it after the Vanelli goal, but 4 for 4 on the Houston Clinic penalty kill, including a shorthanded goal.
Okay, and when it's close to a shorthanded goal.
Johnson dumps this one in from his own blue line. And the Georgia power play continues with 90 seconds left on it. Left to right across your radio dial and TV screens go the Dragons. Jagger Williamson, right wing side, in over the line with speed, stops up at the bottom, plays it to the point for Grade. Grade back to Williamson, top of the circles now. Trying to get it back to him. Graham knocked it away for a moment, but Grade holds in right point. Williamson to MJ, right circle. Matt Graham bothering him for the puck. Grade fires, deflected by Krupp. And he just put that one high over the bar. Good hand-eye right there from Kruppy. At the half wall, MJ Graham knocked off of him, but Ian White holds in left point. Trying to go down to the corner. Gino Mini. Good hand-eye from him, even better as he sends it the length of the ice.
Listen, Port Huron's good at penalty kills.
Ooh, Rutledge, long pass, hits his man at the blue line. MJ Graham to Jay Krupp, and he just couldn't handle it. It fell off the tip of his stick. Vanelli holds in at the left point to Graham. Now down into the corner, Bersani. Back for Graham, Krupp back door, and he hit the side of the net with that. Had an open net, just couldn't find the angle. Dustin Henning getting around MJ Graham. 3-on-2 for the Prowlers in tight. A shot from Henning. And an easy glove save made there from Rutledge as we get our immediate timeout. 14:39 to go in the third. And still 30 seconds of Georgia power play time when we come back here on the Columbus River Dragons Broadcast Network.
An injury can be a game changer. That's why Houston Sports Medicine Team provides urgent ortho care, Saturday morning injury clinics during hockey season, and an emergency room at Jack Houston Memorial Hospital. An injury can be a game changer, and immediate evaluation and care can be a game changer too. For more information, go to Houston.com or call 706-324-6661.
5-2 Dragons with the lead here at McMorran Arena. Let's pause 10 seconds. Station identification on the Columbus River Dragons radio network. Face off to the right of Rutledge. Still 30 seconds left in the Georgia power play. Columbus wins the defensive zone draw. Petrantonio ahead for Doe. Left wing circle, and Dustin Henning knocks it off of his stick as he was looking to set up the power play. Henning dumps that one down. Bersani, he played it with a high stick, and Frazier will just have to go touch it at the red line there to get the whistle.
That's got to be one of the toughest things of hockey players to learn not to play that puck.
I mean, it's unfortunate because you get unrewarded for how good your hand-eye coordination is to knock a puck down well above your head, but then you can't touch it, and it results in a whistle, and now an offensive zone draw again for Port Huron, which I'm not sure if that's 100% correct, Scott. Usually it's a
2 weeks ago, it wasn't.
Same territory. I know hand pass a lot of time gets brought back down, but Petrantonio shakes his head in disbelief as he was clearly working for a draw out in the neutral zone. Bersani will win it anyways, and there's a dozen seconds left in this Georgia power play. Vanelli up ahead, left wing, 3-on-3 as he hits the line. Vanelli gets away from a check there of Henning, showing off the speed. Behind the net with it, a pass knocked away by Arnott before it could reach Doe, and Arnott sends it down just as the man comes out. Oh, and icing would have been on. Oh, but Rutledge is behind the net, but the whistle still went, and the confusion.
Massive amounts of confusion and pandemonium has completely broke out.
Well, now they're still holding the Port Huron bench, but a referee is lined up at center. This should be a mistaken.
No.
Well, this is. There it goes. Now someone's telling him.
No. Keep it in the zone.
Okay. Scott. Two periods ago, you were singing a very different tune. So we'll do a drop at center ice off of the errant icing call.
You mean the officials made a mistake?
Well, here's what I'm curious about, Scott, is
happened.
For somebody who invented hybrid icing, I know you don't like the center ice drop off of mistakes.
I don't.
Here's an actual icing against Port Huron as they don't gain the red line and shoot it in, thus the icing call. So why?
Why would you reward a mistake by the officials in territory? Listen, it shouldn't have been icing. The faceoff should be in our end, right?
Well, yeah, but if it would have actually been icing, it would have been down at the other end. So
well, then,
do you take the law of averages and go half?
No, you make the right call.
So why, in the referee's mistake, does the team who didn't ice the puck get punished with that territory?
Because there's a lot of wrong things in this world, Zach.
We don't have time for this debate. Port Huron, look out. 3-on-1 back the other way. Fowler left circle, pass to the middle, and Morgan got denied as Rutledge was standing tall on the butterfly. Grade has this one, far circle, up ahead for Grant Mentis, bobbing and weaving, gets away from one guy, 3-on-2 as he hits the line, but bunched up to the left wing, and Fowler, good job taking it off of his stick on the back check. Vartiainen sends it across to Morgan, 3-on-3, he hits the line right wing for Port Huron. Morgan tried to drop it back, Dalton Anderson, good active stick right there, takes it away for the Prowlers, gives it to Ian White. White up ahead for Van Weinsberg. White's going to join in on the play, 3-on-3. Van Weinsberg from the left wing circle, chips it around. Prowlers get to it first. Petrantonio, good pinch on the play, right wing side. Dodges a check in the corner. Petrantonio driving the goal line, pass across, and Van Weinsberg couldn't get enough stick to it. He played it to the slot. It goes off Grant Mentis, and the Prowlers are able to clear. Petrantonio stands up Jay, prevent a breakaway. That's a good play by the captain right at the blue line, and then Jay, perhaps a little frustrated, big hit on the captain in the corner. Meanwhile, here's MJ Graham. Oh, he ran into Jay Krupp with that, and look out, here's Port Huron back 3-on-2. Parkhouse to Matt Graham, filtered through for Jay. Penalty coming up as Petrantonio hauled him down, going towards the middle. Hooking will be the call. 12:45 to go in the third. It's about the only mistake the captain has made playing defense all game so far tonight.
I don't know. I think he went down soft, but he still had a stick in there. And by the way, that's not a bad penalty to take if he did it.
Yeah, so even not even the worst mistake.
No,
you could have potentially saved a goal. Dalton Jay driving towards the net. That usually doesn't mean good things for the opposing team.
No, we got a pretty decent penalty kill, and again, nothing wrong with that. You don't want a guy to go and touch the goaltender.
This will be the 5th Houston Clinic penalty kill of the night. Houston Clinic helping the River Dragons get back to full strength, 4 for 4 so far tonight. Left point Graham tried to play that one to the middle, knocked away by Frazier. At the left point, Alex Johnson with it here. Williamson able to interrupt a pass, and Frazier just chips it down to the Port Huron line. Johnson, his pass goes off a body, eventually finds Dalton Jay though. Jay knocked away at the line by Williamson. Prowlers quickly regrouped though, and they're in on sides. Right point, Parkhouse rimmed it around. Merritt let it go by him. Nobody was covering the left point. And 30 seconds already gone on the Port Huron power play.
And then Johnson just bumps in the referee, kills off another second.
Johnson from the red line will dump this one in. Rutledge, too slow getting to it. It goes over his stick. Tied up on the far side wall, Schmidt and Merritt. Merritt gets the better of that. Right point held in there by Parkhouse.
Get to the box, guys. There's a guy in front.
Graham to the middle, trying to filter it through to the slot. Austin Doe kicked that one forward for himself, and it just leaks out in the neutral zone. Frazier racing after it, sends it down the rest of the way.
Got to get it changed, too. Got to get fresh killers out.
Simons sends it around. Bersani trying to race after it. Henning just pokes it over him. Bersani thought he might have had a rush attempt there. He'll drop it back. Port Huron's in a delayed offside situation, so Grade will take his time. He'll eventually send it down, and that's a one-hopper that's hot right at Corey Simons. Fields it like a shortstop. He'll have to hold on as Austin Doe forced the whistle out of him. With 11:29 left to go in the third, 45 seconds remaining in this Houston Clinic penalty kill.
Also doesn't allow Port Huron to change because this is some goofy rule somebody made up.
That one wasn't you, though.
That was not me.
Well, you set that up like it might have been. Hybrid icing's your rule.
Hybrid, yeah. I never indulged in enough drinks to.
But interestingly, it builds off of the hybrid icing philosophy, which is odd, to say the least.
I'm a man of many different faces.
Vartiainen moves this over right wing side to Fowler. He's in over the line. Port Huron sets it up.
And chins.
Into the corner. Moroso ties up with Grade. Puck loose in the feet. Knocked away from Vanelli. Now Vanelli and Foley tie up. All this directly behind the net of Rutledge. Doesn't know which shoulder to look over. Left circle. Dropped it back. And now into the corner. Dustin Henning with it here. Henning being chopped at by Vanelli. Left it for Foley. Into the corner for Moroso. 10 seconds left in the Petre Antonio penalty. Foley to Fowler. Left wing hash. Grant Mentis puts a stick on him. Foley left circle to the top. Henning fakes the windup. 1T now from Vartiainen, and Rutledge. Good save. Rebound Moroso. Rutledge covers that one up just as Petre Antonio's out of the box. Penalty killed, but another whistle and a defensive zone draw to deal with for Columbus. 5 for 5 on the Houston Clinic penalty kill tonight.
And Grade's upset. He got pulled down. There wasn't a call. You're not going to get one from that official.
10:41 left to go here in the third. 5-2. Dragons still lead it. Adam Vanelli's goal, the most recent in this one, at the 2:12 mark here in the third period.
Captain Josh goes over, calms him down, sends him off. He had a good shift there. Good penalty kill.
Frisura against Bersani on the draw. Bersani will win it. Ian White has it behind his own net. Skates it out near side. Huss cross-ice pass. Knocks off a Lambden. And Port Huron recollects the puck. Lambden and Huss cancel out. Puck falls free for Bersani. He gets stood up at the line by Arnott as he dumps it in right wing corner. Austin Doe plays it behind the Port Huron net. Nothing doing there. And Frisura, he takes a check from Huss. Held in left point by White. Ian White fires and getting a stick in the lane, Paul Arnott. And it goes up over the netting. And it'll go for a lucky fan just behind Simons' net. Say goodbye to auto repair bills. We all know your auto manufacturer's warranty only goes so far. So what happens when your warranty expires? When your engine or transmission fails? Who pays for that?
You do.
Unless you have Olive Mechanical Breakdown coverage. Covering 10 model years and newer, up to 140,000 in mileage, BBB A+ rated, and coverage across the U.S. and Canada, which is important in this part of the country.
Absolutely.
Here to save you money, Olive.com, the online leader in auto mechanical breakdown coverage. Columbus has the puck, winning it in. Graham a pass across, too hot to handle for Krupp on the back door. Krupp down into the corner. Petre Antonio pinches, holds in right point, a pass to the high slot, off kilter. MJ Graham has to take it off the wall. Graham, left wing hash, being watched by Johnson. Will stop and start. Can't get around him, though. Puck goes back up the half wall. Jagger Williamson has it here. Takes it off the wall. Has it at the left dot. Williamson looking for some space. Just fires one at net, and Simons will hold on to that one. Take the whistle, and we'll get immediate timeout. 9:41 to go in the third. River Dragons lead 5-2 here on the Columbus River Dragons Broadcast Network.
Victorply is a world leader in development, manufacturing, and distribution of composite reinforcement materials for any and all projects you might have. Headquartered right here in Phoenix City, Victorply prides itself on providing superior and timely customer service for all their customers' inquiries. No project is too big or too small for Victorply. For more information on what they can do for you and your project, visit Victorply.com. That's VECTORPLY.com. And get started on your next big project today.
Back here at McMorran Arena in Port Huron, Michigan, River Dragons with a 5-2 lead over the Prowlers. They have the last 4 goals in this game. Going back to the second period, Petre Antonio power play, Krupp even strength, Bersani power play, and here in the third, Adam Vanelli. 4 straight currently unanswered, has a 5-2 River Dragons lead. Frejot fired a shot that was blocked away, and in the corner, hopped up into the air, somehow didn't hit netting, and the Prowlers will escape their own zone. Frisura, cross-ice feed right out of the tape with Dalton Jay. Trying to get around Schmidt. Jay fires, and Rutledge holding onto his post. Keeps that one out, loose at the side of the net, and Graham couldn't play it to the slot. Jagger Williamson racing after it there. Nice spin, dodges a check from Dalton Jay. MJ Graham, tripped up Henning right there trying to go in at that puck. Both referees' arms stayed down, though, and the Port Huron bench up in arms about it. Jay Krupp battling through a couple of sticks, spins it back into his own end for Frejot. He goes D to D over for Schmidt. You can see Port Huron, they know the time left on the clock, 9 minutes to go in the third. They're starting to press offensively.
They absolutely are. They need to.
Krupp will dump this in from the right side of red, and here's Suffredini from behind his own net. Long stretch pass. It's Dalton Jay. He's in on sides. Jay trying to work around Vanelli. Good stick right there from the Minnesota native. Knocks it away. Vanelli with it again. Sends around. Left wing circle found by Suffredini. Down to the corner, hops over Jay's stick, to the far corner. Frisura and Grade in a race on it. They rub shoulders. Van Weinsberg ahead for Grant Mentis. Couldn't field it clean. Otherwise, he might have had a breakaway. Van Weinsberg stands up Merritt with Port Huron still with the puck possession. Shot in by Henning. Blocker saved by Rutledge. And Vanelli handles the rebound very expertly.
Expertly?
I was going for a different word. I didn't know if it was in the right moment. Van Weinsberg chips this one into the Port Huron end. Lambden in front of his own bench. Now walks it. Left wing. 2-on-4 as he hits the line. Prowlers in the midst of a change. Lambden, left wing corner. Slows it up to the point. Vartiainen a drive. Well wide, but off the backboards. Nearly came out on that far post for Merritt. Now Lambden holds in right point on an errant pass. Grade knocks it away before it can reach fully in the slot. Chance for Lambden's side of the net. And he didn't have an angle. Rutledge let it go by him. Vanelli lost his footing as he checked Lambden there. Puck stalls out in the corner. Foley works it out to the top, but sitting there at the circles is Grant Mentis, who will take it away for Columbus. He gets away from one check.
Wow.
Toe drags around another. Pass across. Oh, Gino Mini without a stick. Got his body down and perhaps saved a goal as Van Weinsberg was all alone left wing. Now a pass across crease, and Simons got to it before Van Weinsberg. He puts his arms up wondering where the defensive support is. Petrantonio right circle a blast, and there it is as Lambden blocks a shot. Foley flips this one and might have grazed a flag that was hanging over the Jumbotron area, but we play on. And as this one gets knocked away in the neutral zone off the stick of Bersani, Moroso lost it for a moment. Foley plays it in from the red line, and the captain will have it here with 7:05 to go in the third.
So far, a little helter-skelter here, but the Dragons doing most of the offense.
Doe up ahead, off a Prowler stick, goes behind the Port Huron net. Now Morgan quickly back the other way, gives it to Moroso, 2-on-2 with Morgan as he trends to the right wing side. His shot blocked by Doe, loose in the feet. Moroso has it along the wall. Doe will pin him there. Morgan finds it. His pass, though, splits the defense. And going back out in the neutral zone to get it is Arnott. Now here's Morgan through the middle, left wing side. Petrantonio and White lay down some sticks. Moroso shot. What a block right there by Austin Doe. Down into the left wing corner. Fowler with it here. Fowler keeping the cycle going. Hit Moroso in the feet. Petrantonio will find it, and he will dump it out. Johnson grabs it over his head and will put it on his stick and a pass back to Arnott.
Good quick changes by the Dragons. That's important. You got to keep the legs fresh.
Here's Fowler headmanning the rush, 1-on-2, trying to get around White. Ian White stuck his leg out, and Fowler was trying to go behind him. Tripped over it, and Ian White will take the tripping minor. 6:13 left to go here in third, and it is still 5-2. Another Houston Clinic penalty kill facing the Dragons, 5 for 5 so far tonight.
Yeah, I'm a little surprised Ian took that penalty. I thought he had to do was pivot and force the guy a little bit wider in the boards, but opportunity to ice the puck for 2 minutes.
Well, listen, even he's not perfect. Jared Rutledge gets ready for a draw coming up to his right. Jagger Williamson to take this one against Merritt. Houston Clinic helping the River Dragons get back to full strength. They've been phenomenal so far tonight in the special teams department. As Jagger Williamson picks one up, he's going to go one-on-one with Johnson back. Merritt trying to back check on him. Williamson fakes the shot one way, fires, and a pad save made there. Williamson gets his own rebound, thought about driving it towards the slot. He was losing the handle, plays it back to the defense, and this will kill off even more time as Frazier goes behind his own net. Who's the team with the man advantage right now? Oh, it's still Port Huron as Frazier sends it 200 feet.
Well, listen, I don't want to jinx this, but I like our penalty kill. Look at this.
Johnson turned over. Here's Anderson. Waits, fires, he scores! Anderson blows it through the 5-hole. Another shorthanded goal for Columbus tonight. 6-2, the Dragons lead.
Boy, it's finally nice to do it to somebody else instead of having it done to you, Zach.
Well, Port Huron's usually the team that does it to us.
I know, and that's what's perfect about it. In great turnover, and we buried our chances, and 4-goal lead. It's game's not over. Don't want to say the fat lady's singing, but it looks like they're getting a big dress out there in the corner.
6-2, 5:37 to go in the third. Still some time, though. 1:23 left on the Houston Clinic penalty kill. But so far tonight is 5 for 5 and has produced 2 shorthanded goals. Moroso 2-on-2 as he hits the line with Foley. Moroso right circle, being watched by Vanelli. Up the wall to Vartiainen. He lets one go. What a block there by Dalton Anderson. Scores the shorty, gets the block, then dumps it down ice.
I know. You know what? Blocking shots is just one of those things. It hurts. Don't let anybody tell you it doesn't hurt, but it kind of a good hurt. You like it.
It's not glorious work, but man, is it appreciated on the bench for sure. Vartiainen, he spins this one back at the red line. Pass goes off of Bersani's stick into the zone, and it'll be collected here by Vanelli. Vanelli racing after it. Moroso picks his pocket, but a pass is errant, and Jake Huss will shoot it down the length of the ice with 37 seconds left in the man advantage.
Yeah, we're almost killing it off too fast. I mean, seems like we would waste a little bit more time there, but good job by the Dragons so far, and good hustle by this team.
Vartiainen stretch pass to the red line for Graham, off the wall for Henning and over the line. Justin Schmidt rubs him out. Now up out high slot, shot from Morgan, goes through and in. Power play goal. Not sure if Henning got the touch just over the line, but if it is Adam Morgan's, it's his 4th this weekend, and it's a power play goal, 6-3.
Yeah, I'm surprised there wasn't a little bit of call for interference there. There's 51 for Port Huron.
Matt Graham.
Yeah, Graham was right in the lap of Jared Rutledge, but you know what? Eventually, a blind squirrel's going to find a nut, and Port Huron's able to put one in. 3-goal lead, 4 minutes to go.
After the Dalton Anderson unassisted shorthanded goal, 14:23, a minute and 5 seconds later, a power play goal, either to Morgan or to Henning, if Henning got a touch on that before it crossed the red line as it leaked through Jared Rutledge. Either way, 6-3, River Dragons still have the lead. Prowlers win the draw. Johnson to Arnott, D to D. Now up ahead here for Morgan. He's got the legs turning. Schmidt, though, great stand-up hit along the half wall. That really stifles the momentum. Merritt to the middle. High slot. Arnott, and he got too much underneath it. Sends it up high into the netting and out of play. 4:16 left to go in the third. And this should be our media timeout.
That should be.
Wait for that buzzer. River Dragons are being allowed to change here. No? Okay. I guess we'll wait on that 30-second break.
Maybe Port Huron wants the momentum.
Merritt has this one to the right point for Arnott. Down into the corner, Petrantonio boxing out Graham. Look at the captain just holding back Matt Graham as it's tied up between the legs. Now Graham plays it to the middle for Merritt. That one blocks around a whole bunch of bodies. Van Weinsberg, good stick lift right there on Matt Graham, prevents that chance. Here's Grant Mentis, right wing circle, trying to get it around Johnson. His pass was weak. Alex Johnson takes it over. Gets away from MGM. 3-on-2 as he hits the line through the middle. A pass. Ian White knocked it away. Matt Graham has it behind the net. Oh, and it is offsides. You're right, Scott. Linesman's arm was up. We get the whistle. 3:46 to go here in the third.
Oh, wow. Graham just two-handed our guy right in the back of the legs, then punched him. There's a referee right there. You got to call that.
Well, we're getting some gesturing from the referee. We'll see. Will it result in a penalty? Meanwhile, the production crew is waiting for a 30-second media timeout. And at this rate, I think everyone's forgotten about that. Graham's being skated over to the penalty box.
Here's what happened. Graham got high-sticked, and then he two-handed our guy behind play. And that's what the referees tell him. You know what?
Well, if Graham's going to go sit for a penalty, regardless if it's delayed offsides, which is what the whistle was about, this should be going down in the Port Huron end.
24 has it. And then Graham slashed him in the back of the legs, and he punched him. It was a bad penalty to take for Graham.
Well, it is.
You're a captain. I mean, you didn't take your team out of it, but you didn't help your team.
I mean, 3:46 left to go in the third, and you're down 3. You've turned the mountain from Kilimanjaro to Everest for your team. Face-off coming to the left.
And who says geometry wasn't important? I'm assuming that the one mountain is bigger than the other.
You're right, Scott. We weren't talking about angles.
I didn't know that there would be geography on this.
Face-off to the left of Simons.
I studied the math earlier, but
Bersani tied up, and Parkhouse will win that one into the corner. Georgia power play on for the 4th time tonight. 2 for 3 previous. Parkhouse fires a shot. Blocker save made by Rutledge. We'll keep our eye on Simons, but a 3-goal game. Unlikely that he ends up going. Adam Morgan does get credit for that goal at the 15:28 mark. By the way, Henning did not get that touch. Prowlers dump it down, and Rutledge will slow it up here for Vanelli behind the net.
You know, the Dragons can almost afford to use this as almost a penalty kill to kill off more time.
Austin Doe through the middle, 3-on-2, drops it back for Huss, right circle. Huss takes a check, works it to Doe in the corner. Back for Huss at the right wing hash marks to Fraziot, right point. Back for Huss, top of the right wing circle. A pass across. Vanelli faked the shot to Fraziot, high slot. Now right circle over for Huss. Pass to the middle, and Doe had that one go through his stick. Vanelli works it to the left point to Fraziot, center point. Nice sauce pass right onto the skate and onto the stick of Bersani. A minute left to go in this Georgia power play. Bersani, pass off the wall. Fraziot with it, right wing circle to the corner. Doe, high slot. Bersani kicks to the stick. Vanelli, 1T pass, and Huss couldn't get to it as Suffredini was tying him up. Left point, this goes out to Bersani covering. Works it to Vanelli, hits him in the feet, but he gets it back to Huss, left circle, turns, fires. That one blocked by Henning, goes up into the air, and Parkhouse will send it the length of the ice with 36 seconds remaining in the Georgia power play.
A whole lot of passing, just not a lot of opportunities there, but that's okay. We'll take the minute and a half that's expired.
Ian White to Jagger Williamson. He's got some speed ahead. Right wing circle. Williamson cuts back into the middle. Great save made there by Simons. MJ Graham running a bit of a pick as he drove to the net. Dalton Jay tied up with Williamson. Those two cancel out. Loose puck goes Columbus's way. A dozen seconds left in the Georgia power play. Williamson fights away from one hook. 4-on-2 as he hits the line. Williamson gives it to MJ Graham left circle. Back for White. Now back for Graham. Spins away from Johnson. Along the goal line to the middle. Williamson, he just sent that one wide across the crease. Out of the box, Matt Graham. 2 for 4 on the Georgia power play tonight are the Dragons. Jake Grade holds that one in, right point. 1:36 to go here in the third. Dragons up 3, looking to even up this weekend series. Matt Graham ties up with Jake Grade at the right point. Graham will get the better of that one, chip it into the zone for Port Huron. And White takes his time, sends it down ice, goes through a whole bunch of skates.
Oh, come on.
There were so many sticks in the way. You're telling me none of them could have touched that puck? I guess not, but icing is the call against Columbus. 1:21 to go here in the third. The game's a little bit more in hand, or out of hand, I should say, in terms of the score line. That could be a much more contentious call on the Columbus side of things.
Well, I think if it's a one-goal game, I think there's a lot of people. Now they're going to pull their goaltender.
Up 3, 1:21
Why
left to
not?
go in the third. Yeah, why not? There goes Simons to the bench. Merritt will come on to take the draw, and Moroso will be in the shotgun position here for this 6-on-5 draw. Merritt wins it. Fowler to Moroso. Now back to Fowler, left wing hash marks. Down into the corner. Merritt runs a screen there for Morgan. White fought through everything. Gets to that puck. Dangles through a couple. Fowler waved his stick, and White just calmly played it off the near side boards and out. Here's Moroso with it, trying to get around Frazier. Left wing circle. Moroso stops up at the bottom. In the corner. A pass to the high slot. Goes through everybody. Krupp, he's rushing after this. He's got the empty net all alone in front of him. Backhand. He'll tap it in.
And then he boards himself.
Then he caught an edge, and thankfully the puck went in after that. So he'll have a good
because if he missed that one and put himself
then
in
it's
the board.
6-on-4 back the other way. Krupp will have a laugh about it. It looks like he's all smiles as team celebrates around him. It's 7-3, 56.1 left to go here in the third.
I would say that that's probably about going to do it.
Seems about fair. 1904 mark. Jay Krupp, second goal of the game, an empty netter, unassisted off the errant pass. For Krupp, his 12th on the year. Port Huron wins the draw. We're back underway in the 7-3 hockey game. Suffredini works this one in. Justin Schmidt watching him in the corner. Suffredini's pass goes off of Schmidt on the high wall. Van Weinsberg to MJ Graham. He's got Grant Mentis, an open right wing side. Grant Mentis looking for it. Pass across. Anderson couldn't get the stick on that one. Man, don't tell Columbus what time is left or what the score is. Here's Anderson, left circle. Grant Mentis back for Anderson. Good stick by Suffredini. And Corey Simons, you could tell, is just winded. He's lost his stick, and coming out of that stretch to potentially guard against a shot was just down and in disbelief at the defensive breakdown, if you will, on that one. 25.6 left to go here in the third. And, man, River Dragons, they're pressing right now.
I'm sorry, folks.
It's okay.
Okay, I'm back. I've been fighting it, and I apologize if I've coughed a few times. But anyway, Simons has lost the will to goaltend. Just time for him to go home.
Been a tough one for him tonight. Left circle, Van Weinsberg with it. Drop pass. Anderson, a shot. Save made by Simons. Man, he has been working hard. 7-3, though. The scoreline has gotten out of hand. Columbus is 16.2 seconds away from taking the 3 points tonight, evening up this weekend series, which will set up for a fun game on Sunday evening. 6:05 puck drop here at McMorran. Port Huron, one more rush here. Cade Lambden as for Sura as he's coming into the zone. Lambden's shot easily sticked away by Rutledge. Vanelli gives him a check at the end of that for his efforts. Loose at the right wing circle. Graham tied up, and a penalty coming up here as Anderson lifted his stick to try and get out of it. For Sura's shot right at the buzzer as Columbus didn't want to touch it, didn't want another face-off. Rutledge makes the save, and that'll do it for tonight's contest. Anderson will pick up that minor for roughing. That'll be purely statistical. And Frisura's a little unhappy with something. He's being held back by Cade Lambden as the Prowlers get to their half of the ice. And now again, with both teams having to go off the same side of the ice, while Port Huron salutes the crowd, Columbus is usually allowed to leave so this presents an awkward crossing of bodies. But as Columbus celebrates around Jared Rutledge, they are 7-3 winners, and we've got a rubber match coming up tomorrow, 6:05 puck drop here at McMorran.
Well, if Western's taught us anything, half of Columbus should go to one side of the circle, and the other half should go to the other side. It's funny because they're giving each other some mean mugging going out there, going off the ice. So I don't know if there's any love between these two.
No, with the amount of times these two teams have played, with one more game coming up on Sunday, and then actually two more at the end of the month in Columbus. Man, this rivalry has grown into something pretty deep between the River Dragons and the Prowlers. We were happy to bring the game for you live here on Bounce 9.2. We'll do one more segment on TV coming back out of this break for the Chattahoochee postgame show. We'll tell you all about this 7-3 win for the Columbus River Dragons after this on the Columbus River Dragons Broadcast Network.
An injury can be a game changer. That's why Houston Sports Medicine Team provides urgent ortho care, Saturday morning injury clinics during hockey season, and an emergency room at Jack Houston Memorial Hospital. An injury can be a game changer, and immediate evaluation and care can be a game changer too. For more information, go to Houston.com or call 706-324-6661.
Welcome to the Chattahoochee. That's right, the Chattahoochee Southern Brew House is the official post-game hangout of the Columbus River Dragons, serving their exclusive River Dragon Red Ale on all game nights, located just a mile and a half from the Civic Center at 1301 6th Avenue. There's no excuse not to get out with some friends and enjoy the night with some quality craft brews. Chattahoochee Southern Brew House is locally and veteran-owned and offers live music from 6 to 10 on Friday and Saturday nights. Make sure to follow them on social media for all the latest events.
The King Claw is one of the most popular destinations for seafood enthusiasts. King Claw is inspired by the Viet Cajun elegance of boiled and bagged seafood that holds all the juicy flavor of the ocean. Then we add our very own unique mixture of the best spices that take the taste to another level. We can confirm that you won't find our flavor anywhere else. We collect the freshest seafood, prepare them as you order, and we encourage you to grab your hand in the bag to enjoy the heavenly taste of our signature seafood combinations. We believe that having quality and fresh foods with friends and family is the best feeling in the world. Come, open up a bag and enjoy the best seafood in town where the ultimate juiciness waits for you. Call 706-507-3845 to order.
Think fast. In less than 30 seconds, a small flame can become a big fire. Don't let your world go up in smoke. Have working smoke alarms and always stay in the kitchen when cooking at high temperatures. Learn more at usfa.fema.gov because fire is everyone's fight.
It's time for the Chattahoochee postgame show on the River Dragons Broadcast Network. Tonight's show is brought to you by Cypress Partners, Podcast 706, Chattahoochee Southern Brew House, The Jersey Shop, BioLife Plasma, and B&B Broadcasting. Now with a recap of tonight's action, here's Zach DeBozart.
Thank you very much, Brian Thomas, and welcome back into the Harvey Lumber broadcast booth here at McMorran Arena. I'm Zach DeBozart. He's Scott Brand. Scott, great win for the River Dragons tonight, 7-3. They take all 3 points. Now the series is even heading into tomorrow evening's contest, a 6:05 puck drop here at McMorran.
Yeah, I think that no question, Port Huron won pretty handily on Friday night. I think tonight there's no question who won tonight and who was a decisive team. So tomorrow should be a heck of a hockey game.
Recapping the third period for you here, Dalton Anderson, shorthanded goal. That really seemed to be the dagger in all of this, Scott. Big goal, and it seemed like 2 shorthanded goals tonight for Columbus. Obviously, Frazier first, then Anderson, but that one just seemed to be the backbreaker. Port Huron was still in it at 5-2 for the most part in the third period, but the penalty kill and special teams in general for Columbus, phenomenal.
Absolutely. I mean, you look at everything. You look at the penalty kill. You look at the power play. Everything they did right tonight, and that's good. They've been working hard, and obviously, with everything going on back in Columbus, we haven't had a lot of ice time. with a youth rink down, and good job by Jerome by using the ice time he has to teach these guys. They're getting better and better.
Adam Morgan with a power play goal late, offered a little bit of life at 6-3, but then an empty netter for Jay Krupp, his second of the game. And just what we talked about last night, the depth for Port Huron won that game. I think here the depth for Columbus and the special teams definitely. But you look at who scored. Krupp had 2 goals. Anderson picked one up. And then obviously the usual suspects like Petrantonio and Bersani up and down the lineup finding goal scoring.
I think it was that, and I don't know if you'd say there was great goaltending tonight by Jared Rutledge, but Jared Rutledge made the stops when he needed to. I mean, he killed a couple of momentum goals that that could have gone in, and he definitely helped the Dragons win tonight. So all around good effort. I thought defensively we played well, and I thought offensively, what more can you ask? 7 goals.
Can we give a moment though for the captain Petrantonio? I mean, called into action defensively because of the suspension to Ozelinch. We thought it would have been Jake Huss taking some time back there because he's had some forward and some D shifts for Columbus so far this season. But Petrantonio is the one who steps up. And this isn't like, go sit on the third pair and, just come out when we need you. I mean, Petrantonio probably ate up about 25 to 28 minutes, throwing his body, and for my money, really didn't even put a stick out of line. He took that one penalty, but that was a guy driving the net, sort of had to avoid the scoring chance. Petrantonio, what a step up defensively to help secure this win.
Listen, there's a reason why he captained a championship team and an expansion team in Carolina. There's a reason why he's our captain. There's a reason why we did so much to get a hold of him, and tonight he proved why. And you're right. There's a guy who isn't a defenseman, probably one of the best defensemen we had tonight.
Columbus gets the win tonight, 7-3. That's 1 win for the Prowlers this weekend, 1 win for the River Dragons, and tomorrow evening's game at 6:05 will be the rubber match for the 3-game weekend set. We're going to be signing it off here from television. Thanks so much, everybody, on WTVM Bounce 9.2. Big shout out to everybody back in the control room for making this one happen. It's been a lot of fun to bring this on the road. Hey, we were very happy we were able to make it work on the road. Obviously, some fans know some buildings a little less hospitable than others, just for reasons out of their control. But Port Huron's always been great to us, and we thank them for being able to help set us up with all this. And of course, we thank you for spending part of your Saturday nights with us. We'll say goodbye to everybody on television. When we come back from the break on YouTube and on the radio network, though, we'll be finishing up the Chattahoochee postgame show. Don't go anywhere. More Chattahoochee postgame show if you're on the radio on YouTube. If you're on TV, back to your regularly scheduled programming. So long here from McMorran. The River Dragons win 7-3. We'll be back. More of the Chattahoochee postgame show on the River Dragons Broadcast Network.
Jersey Shop specializes in screen printing, embroidery, direct-to-garment printing, and vinyl heat-pressed lettering and numbering. We provide custom t-shirts for any occasion, reunions, parties, you name it. We have a graphic designer on staff to help create the logos or graphics necessary to make your shirts unique. Here we pride ourselves in being able to deliver orders of any size at low competitive cost with no minimum quantity required to order. That's why the River Dragons trust us for all their uniform needs. Call the Jersey Shop in Columbus today, 706-565-4242.
Today, more than ever, you can rely on the trustworthy technicians at Midas for your car's needs. From scheduled maintenance to brake repairs to oil changes, suspension work, and more. Our technicians are known for their work and their word that your car will be fixed in the best way possible. Stop in your neighborhood Midas today with 2 locations in Columbus. At the corner of 13th Street and Veterans, just up the road from the Columbus Civic Center, and the other off Manchester Expressway. Midas Total Car Care. Proud sponsors of the River Dragons. Trust the Midas touch.
Before you know it, the weather will get warmer and baseball will be right around the corner. So book your summer weekends early by purchasing a Flight Club membership with the Columbus Chattahoots. Flight Club members receive tickets to every home game at Golden Park as the Hoots try and go back to the championship series in 2022. Plus, more awesome perks for all of our members. Visit GoHoots.com to get started on securing your membership for the 2022 Sunbelt Baseball League season, or call the offices at 706-507-4625.
Back here on the Chattahoochee Postgame Show on radio and on YouTube as well. Again, big shout out to the crew over at Bounce WTVM 9.2. A lot of fun to be able to bring the games for you there. The next one we're bringing you is actually the same matchup, just at the Columbus Civic Center. That'll be 2 Saturdays from now. I believe that's the 29th by my meager math skills. River Dragons and Prowlers. I mean, just this rivalry is something fun. It's must-see television, isn't it, Scott?
It absolutely is. I'm just glad we're off TV so I can put my fat pants on.
What?
My fat pants.
There you go.
Got to be skinny for TV, folks. Radio, that's why I love the radios. I can, Lineville, they love me. They love me big in Lineville.
River Dragons win here 7-3. 3 stars of the game is chosen in the arena, all going Columbus's way. Hunter Bersani, star number 3, a goal and 2 assists. Paul Fraziot, goal and 2 assists. I thought Fraziot, phenomenal night defensively. He and Petrantonio, while not on the same pairing, 2 very good lockdown D, and that helped make the top 4 just solid defensively.
I think our defense tonight played well. You know what I liked is the fact they were picking up guys and sticks instead of watching the pass and then reacting. They were going and hitting their assignments.
Star number 1, Austin Doe. He had a goal and 2 assists in this. Well, actually, he had 3 assists in this one. They still have the Doe, the power play goal at the end of the second credited to Doe. Unless we missed something, and we'll see it on film. That should be Bersani's goal. But either way, Doe, 3 assists. Great shot blocks as well. I thought defensively, you look, Austin Doe is a guy who's going to show up, but I thought played a very good defensive and supportive role hockey game where usually we talk about him and how many goals he might have scored on a given day. Oh, there it goes. Something else about radio.
Again, I apologize. Yeah, the fat pants are off. I can breathe now. Listen, here's the thing about Austin Doe, and I was going to mention it after the game. I was like, did he play tonight? Because it didn't, I didn't notice him because we're used to him scoring.
Yep.
He did what he doesn't normally do, and that is he set everybody up, and he played a heck of a defensive forward defensive position. And so my hat's off to him because if you can go a whole game and you don't notice him, next thing you know he's a number 1 star. That's a heck of a game from him. That means you're doing the little things right, and that just goes to show the talent that Jerome's put together.
It is indeed. Big shout out, by the way, other guys who might not have made 3 stars of the game. Jared Rutledge, 36 saves on 39 shots tonight. Thought he had a pretty good game. Probably one of those goals he might have wanted back, but otherwise, very good game from Ruddy as he picks up his 9th win on the year. Jay Krupp, 2 goals in this game. And again, I just can't say enough. Josh Petrantonio, former league MVP, captain a championship-winning team. He just does so much. He is truly one of the guys, when you look at their FPHL resume, he's one of the best in the league by far. And today only adds to that legacy. He's playing a whole game back defensively. I'm sure we'll talk with him on the way back. When's the last time you played a full game of D, Josh? I don't know if he's ever done it as a pro, but he looked phenomenal all game.
Actually, he may have done it with us in Carolina one game or so, but you're right. He was absolutely phenomenal. Krupp, the biggest problem he had, scored the empty net goal and fell. You can't you can't score an empty net goal and then fall on the boards. It's just, so we're going to have to work on that in practice.
By the way, we looked it up. Petrantonio scored his 20th goal of the season, and we are just about at the halfway point. And we said, man, Petrantonio's probably got to be running into some, career records here. In the 2018-19 season, the year he won the league MVP, he scored 27 goals in 54 games. He was a goal every 2 games. He has 20 in 23. And you figure we're 5 games away from the River Dragons, or I think 4 games away from the River Dragons' halfway point in the season. You're talking about a guy on pace for a 40-goal season. Knock on wood, jinx the guy, whatever. But, man, it just gives you an idea the tear that he and usually his line mates, but not tonight, of Austin Doe and Hunter Bersani have been on.
No, and the other, you got to imagine how many goals he has in his pro career. Altogether, I got to imagine that's a pretty high total, too.
Mm-hmm. It's getting up there for sure. Let's take a break. When we come back, Zelmo Zip and look around the league on the Columbus River Dragons Broadcast Network.
Welcome to the Chattahoochee. That's right, the Chattahoochee Southern Brew House is the official post-game hangout of the Columbus River Dragons, serving their exclusive River Dragon Red Ale on all game nights, located just 1.5 miles from the Civic Center at 1301 6th Avenue. There's no excuse not to get out with some friends and enjoy the night with some quality craft brews. Chattahoochee Southern Brew House is locally and veteran-owned and offers live music from 6 to 10 on Friday and Saturday nights. Make sure to follow them on social media for all the latest events.
Hey, Columbus, have you heard of BioLife Plasma Services? It adds up. Here's how. The cash you'll earn for your time donating plasma at BioLife adds up for the things you want, and your plasma donations can add up over time to create life-changing medicine for people with rare diseases. Stop in and check us out at our new Columbus BioLife location. New donors can earn up to $300 in their first 5 plasma donations at BioLife. Visit biolifeaddsup.com to schedule an appointment today.
Prepare yourself for an unparalleled golfing experience. Co-designed by Columbus resident and 1987 Masters winner Larry Mize, Maple Ridge Golf Course is a pleasure for golfers of any skill level to play. Test your accuracy with our fairways, water hazards, and sand traps. We have everything you need to challenge yourself and improve your game. Memberships available year-round by calling 706-569-0966 or book a tee time by visiting golfmapleridge.com.
Looking to bring the whole crew out to a game? Group nights are for you. Groups of 10 or more get special ticket pricing and exclusive merchandise and experience add-ons that will make your game at the Civic Center a night to remember. For more information on group rates and packages, visit ourdragons.com/tickets or call our ticketing manager at 706-940-0476. Ask about all the great perks we can provide your group. Work friends, family functions, there's no group too big for us to handle, but it starts by visiting ourdragons.com/tickets.
We are back here at the McMorran Arena on the Chattahoochee postgame show as the River Dragons win 7-3 tonight. I'm Zach DeBozart. He's Scott Brand. Time to take a quick peek around the FPHL. Brought to you by Zelmo Zippin. Zelmo's fueling life's passions. Carolina 4-1 winners over Delaware. We already told you that during tonight's broadcast. For some reason, Danbury and Binghamton have been falling more and more behind on us. I'm not sure what's going on, what's creating some delays for a game that's... Could be. For a game that started at 7 o'clock, they are only 2 minutes and some change into the third period. Danbury leads, though, 6-4.
Really?
Last we left it was 4-3 Binghamton. 3 straight goals for the Rabbits. Nicola Levesque, 7:29 mark of the second. A couple minutes later, Dustin Jasso, his second of the game, and then Nicola Levesque again, shorthanded with 41 seconds left. That has Danbury up 6-4 and out shooting Binghamton 38-24.
Are there a lot of pugilists?
No. There's coincident roughs in the first and unsportsmanlike in the second. A double minor for hooking, which what? I didn't know you could do a double minor unless it's 2 straight hookings. He hooked 2 different guys. I don't know. That's a new one on me. But nothing in the score sheet tells me why this game is so delayed. I'm sure those of you watching the game probably have a better understanding of it than we do.
Probably broken glass or Zamboni or
who knows what it could be, but. Danbury right now in front, looking to split that home-and-home series with Binghamton here on a Friday and Saturday. And again, Carolina 4-1 winners. Watertown has the night off. Watertown's back in action at Binghamton, 3 o'clock puck drop tomorrow. 4:05 Delaware's at Carolina. 6:05 Columbus is at Port Huron. I got my eyes interested in that Delaware-Carolina game, if only because will they still play it because of the weather that allegedly has been threatening Western North Carolina and could start as early as tonight.
Pretty sure gotta play it with Delaware in town, don't you? You just won't have any fans.
Maybe. Who
knows?
That's
why you have television and radio and internet.
Yeah, we'll see what happens on that. That's around the FPHL, brought to you by Zelmo Zippin. Zelmo's fueling life's passions. Let's take a look at the Southern Hockey scoreboard, I guess. I don't know. Everything's been a little slow on that end. Haven't been able to give you too many updates here. So maybe not, I guess. I mean, you and I are both looking at the same just loading bar of a screen. Let's take 60 seconds. When we come back, we'll conclude tonight's Chattahoochee postgame show after this on the River Dragons Broadcast Network. It's network.
Let Shredaway, a division of the Overby Company, take care of all your document shredding needs. We can design a custom shredding program for your business today. No need to purchase equipment, no maintenance expenses, no need to prepare records for destruction, increase employee productivity, increase security, no worry. Was it really destroyed? Right now, all new customers can receive 10% off. Shredaway, a division of the Overby Company, locally owned and operated in downtown Columbus. That's Shredaway, 706-577-9668.
Back here one final time on the Chattahoochee postgame show We gave up on the Southern Hockey scoreboard, unfortunately. I don't know. Tough day in the SPHL.
Maybe it's the weather.
Could very well be. Who knows?
It has knocked out the internet in the Southern Hockey.
But we got to tell you about what's coming up here.
What is coming up here?
Tomorrow night, a 6:05 puck drop means a 5:35 pregame show on the radio network and on the YouTube page. Columbus at Port Huron, the rubber match for this weekend series. Port Huron won Friday, Columbus won Saturday. Both pretty handily. A 3-goal win for Port Huron, 4-goal win here for Columbus. So who knows what kind of game we're going to see on Sunday, but you'll have to tune in. 5:35 is the Fort Benning Harley-Davidson pregame show for that. And then that concludes the 5-game road trip, and we're back at home for quite some time, and the first game back is Education Night, presented by Connecticut Credit Union against the Carolina Thunderbirds.
That's right. So if you're a teacher or if you work with a school or you're an educator, which would be a teacher.
Or a student.
There
you go.
Special ticket price. I think it's 2 tickets for $16.
Yep, 2 for $16. You got to come into the River Dragons office to redeem that. Of course, for more information, call us at the River Dragons offices, 706-507-4625. And big shout out to Connecticut Credit Union being our lead presenter of Education Night. Carolina Thunderbirds and Columbus River Dragons. Always a fun time at the Civic Center.
Question is, what if I need more than 2 tickets?
You can always buy multiple packs of our 2 for $16 deal.
Now there's
really no limit on that, but
well, yeah, there is a limit. It's 2,750 because that's how many times 2 tickets would be 5. Okay,
there you go. That's math. Education Night. But anyways, for groups of 10 or more, though, you can also call the office, get a group night set up for that or any of our games throughout the season. You call Sid at the ticket office for us and the River Dragons, 706-507-4625. Scott, looking ahead to tomorrow night, I mean, obviously things clicking well. You know, Port Huron's going to go back. They're going to adjust some things. It's going to be a very entertaining hockey game, I have to believe, tomorrow.
Listen, I think tomorrow we come out, be physical in the first period, and shut them down. I like our chances playing physical early on and then just playing hockey the rest of the game.
Should be a lot of fun. Big thanks to Marquise Grant-Mentis, who is Inside the Lair pregame show guest, Scott Brand, who was alongside with me here for the entire ride, all of our partners at WTVM Bounce 9.2 for bringing the game on air there, and here locally in Port Huron, Stephen Pierce running things on the production side and Mark Medvejcik running the camera for us. That'll do it for us here at McMorran Arena until tomorrow. Again, a 5:35 Fort Benning Harley-Davidson pregame show with myself and Scott to decide the rubber match of this weekend series. One more time, your final score, Columbus 7, Port Huron 3. We'll see everyone tomorrow here on the Columbus River Dragons Broadcast Network.
You've been listening to the Chattahoochee Postgame Show on the River Dragons Broadcast Network. Tonight's show was brought to you by Cypress Partners, Podcast 706, Chattahoochee Southern Brew House, The Jersey Shop, BioLife Plasma, and PMB Broadcasting. All rights to this broadcast are reserved by the Columbus River Dragons and PMB Broadcasting for the private use of their audience. Any reproduction, retransmission, or other distribution of the descriptions or accounts of this game are expressly prohibited without the written consent of Ignite Sports and Entertainment and PMB Broadcasting. This has been a presentation of the Columbus River Dragons Hockey Club.